Ah, good morning, everybody. I got powder all over me. Sorry. Good morning, everybody. Justice for Codi. Today is trial day 1. I had to fix everything before because I had the when they was doing the jewelry thing, I had trial day one for that, so I had to fix it to jewelry. Now today, I hope it went right in the YouTube thing because sometimes they be slow. Um, Here we are. Here we are. Good morning, Brooklyn Squad. Let's hope today goes well. I pray. I had a bad nightmare last night. I woke up crying, so I pray that today goes well. It was a weird nightmare. I didn't even know these dudes in my sleep. I don't know. It's weird, but I guess it's from all the cases and stuff. I really do pray that today goes well. I really, really do. I do have some stuff to show you. Because when she sends me things, I don't watch it. I hold it and I watch it with you guys, you ladies. Um, I guess I'm loyal like that. I don't know. And she goes, "You gotta watch this. I'm like, no, I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it, you know. It is scary when you have a nightmare that seems so real, ain't it? Especially when it really seemed real, girl. It was these two guys. It was weird. I didn't even know them. Like I never seen them day in my life. But you know what's crazy? Have you ever had a nightmare, Katie and Kathy B, that you had a nightmare and it actually you saw the person in real life? So far that hasn't happened. Well, similar. But anyway, have you ever had that nightmare? Has that ever happened to you? Where you had a dream, let's say if I didn't know Kathy B and she was in my dreams and one day I actually met her in real life. You have? No way. Girl, stop it. Yes, it almost relates to what you're working on. Really? Huh. I'm gonna look nightmares up again. I used to look it up back in the days when I was like 17, 18, because I used to have deja vu, something like that. Something like that. But yeah, deja vu. But it's this I could tell you some crazy stuff I used to have a dream of, but it really seemed real. And a ex-boyfriend mother used to tell me, get on your knees and have the Bible in front of you and pray because the devil is riding your coattail. Because I used to have a dream and I used to try to wake up and I couldn't, and I'd be like this screaming. But the devil's horns used to be right here in front of me. Girl, when I tell you it was real. And I think because I was living a sinful life at that age, smoking weed, doing crazy stuff. Yeah, it's weird. I'll do that on my story time. This ain't it for that, I guess. It's a weird one. And it really seemed like his horns. I don't know what to talk about that on here, but yeah, not on this case, but yeah. Looked like Cory Bigsby in my other dream when I was 17. But I got something to show you. Welcome, Brooklyn Squad Real Life Drama. Hit the thumbs up. Let's get to this. Um, my husband has nightmares like that and worse when he is overly stressed. I have to wake him up because he ends up screaming in his sleep. Really? That's me. Wow. Yeah. Could be stressed too. It's crazy. Crazy. Oh, I do have it pulled up. I had everything already set for you guys, so. All right, so this is not what she sent me, but I just found this just now. So I said, all right, let me put this up first. And then what she sent me, I'll show you guys also. And then we'll wait till they go on lunch break in a few. And then we'll see what Rhonda got. And then we'll wait for my homegirl.
Now to the second day of trial for Cory Bigsby. He's the Hampton father accused of murdering his son Codi and allegedly concealing his body.
The process of selecting a jury was underway yesterday, and it is still underway today. Meanwhile, Angelique Arentock catches us up on new details that emerged in the case during jury selection.
While questioning potential jurors, prosecutors allege Cory Bigsby beat his son Codi to death when he was 3 years old. Bigsby reported Codi missing to Hampton police in January 2022 when the little boy would have been 4 years old. In the process of whittling down the pool to 12 jurors and 2 alternates, prosecutors also hinted Codi's mother is set to testify first in the case, as well as Codi's now 7-year-old sibling. Nearly 70 people showed up for jury duty yesterday. Court officials split them up into 2 groups. Attorneys are still in the process of questioning the first batch to determine possible presumptions, biases, and level of media exposure. They and the judge already released some people. Despite the high-profile nature of this case, supporters of Codi Bigsby we spoke with believe an impartial jury can be chosen.
There are people that haven't formed an opinion, that have said, well, you know, I don't know, let me wait and see. So if you can get those out of the pool.
Codi's body hasn't been found to this day. Prosecutors gave that heads up to potential jurors yesterday, saying certain evidence like DNA, fingerprints, an autopsy, and body won't be part of this case. In Hampton, Angelique Arentock, 13 News Now.
And we're posting live updates from Hampton Circuit Court on 13newsnow.com. Just click on this story. You can also find our coverage of the first day of trial on our homepage.
We are always.
Oh, okay.
You will always be my best friend.
I do have the download thing, so I mean, well, I could get it. But they didn't even begin yet. All right, so you just shared it on your Facebook page. What did you share? All right, so let's go to what she sent me and let's see what she sent me, guys. I don't know, but my eyes feel kind of weird. And then we're just going to go to the news. Let me see what she sent me. Oh, okay. Oh.
Profile murder trial of Cory Bigsby in Hampton. He's accused of killing his 4-year-old son, Codi.
And a jury is close to being finalized. Our own Dan Kennedy and Angelique Arentock were both in the courtroom again today, where jury selection continued. And Dan joins us now. Dan.
Janet, the judge just sent everybody home for the day within the last hour. We are very close to testimony beginning in this 2-year-long saga involving a missing boy and his suspected father. Angelique Arentock was in the courtroom with me today all day long for jury selection, which continues tomorrow.
Right. Court proceedings will pick back up at 9 a.m. From a pool of nearly 70 potential jurors, attorneys and the judge whittled down this group to 26 people just this afternoon. Cory Bigsby didn't have anything to say while walking out of Hampton Circuit Court on Tuesday. Jury selection took up the first and second day of his trial. Like on Monday, prosecutors on Tuesday told potential jurors they plan to allege Cory Bigsby beat his son Codi to death and then spread feces on his body when he was 3 years old. Bigsby reported Codi missing to Hampton police in January 2022. When the boy would have been 4 years old. Prosecutors hinted Codi's mother is first set to testify, as well as Codi's now 7-year-old sibling and a Federal Bureau of Investigation agent. On the defense side, Bigsby's attorneys plan to call at least one of Bigsby's family members to testify. As the second day of trial wrapped up, there's still no jury seated. In court, several people didn't qualify because of their preconceived notions or opinions about the case based on watching previous news coverage. Supporters of Codi, like Nancy Strickland, say they're willing to wait so that officials have a fair and impartial jury.
It's been a long road, very long road. A lot of searches, a lot of events. So we're eager.
At the very end of court proceedings today, the judge instructed all 26 of those potential jurors not to research this case, not to watch any news coverage about it right now, and not to talk about it with anyone, Dan.
All right, Angelique, thanks. 9 a.m. tomorrow, they'll be back here. Let's give you our 3 key takeaways from the day. As Angelique was saying, we are going to get the finalized juror list tomorrow, likely tomorrow morning. They will have 12 jurors plus 2 alternates. Each side will get the chance to strike 6 jurors each before getting it down to that final list. Opening statements will begin shortly thereafter that, barring any unforeseen circumstances. That means those will happen either late tomorrow morning or early Wednesday afternoon. And number 3, the defense hinted during jury selection questioning today that they may make the argument that Codi is still alive and living in another state with someone else. We will just have to wait and see how the defense handles their side of the case. Now, a lot of people have been asking, what about Codi's mom? We haven't really had much of an answer up until now. We can tell you that Codi's mother is going to be in this courtroom tomorrow, set to testify as the first witness for the prosecution. We'll be there when it happens tomorrow. Reporting live in Hampton for Angelique Talk, I'm Dan Kennedy.
All right, Dan, thank you. Great job out there. We're going to continue our coverage of this trial all week long, and be sure to tune in on air, online, and on the 13 News Now Plus app.
Okay. I don't know why she sent me that. Okay. What is the name of that news thing again, Katie? Oh, I got Rhonda reporting. Okay. Oh, she's not live though, because she's in the courtroom. It's raining out there or something? Yeah. 1 hour ago. She got her Codi
Good
pen.
afternoon, guys. We got a 10-minute recess as promised.
This was today.
Up to the minute news, breaking news here with Rodeo Live with the Cory Bigsby murder trial going on here in Hampton, Virginia courthouse. Court was in session at 9:02 a.m.
Yeah.
Court was went to recess at 9:02 a.m. Court came back in order at 9:19 a.m. DJ will testify, which is the 7-year-old child, will testify against his father in a separate location. The judge want the defense attorney to send one of his lawyers to that location where the child will be at. Mr. Brown say, no, that's not fair. He has 3 lawyers, and he want all 3 lawyers present during the time of his questioning. And the judge say, what is the problem? The prosecutor attorney is sending when they have people that's going to be in the location. Why can't you do the same thing? Mr. Brown said to the judge Holtz, he said, because he have 3 lawyers and I want to be there, not in the courtroom. I want to be where he's going to be giving his statement at. The judge said he would think about it and he would let him know later on in the case if that would be possible. Mr. Brown said to Mr. Holt, why don't you just take him to a location that's bigger that everybody can come into? And that's when the judge said he'll let him know later on. At 9:24, the jury into the courtroom. Jury number 2, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 13, 15, 17, 18, 19, 21, 20, 22, 23, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 32, 34, 35, 37, 41, 50, into the courtroom. At 9:27, the judge addresses the jury, and he states to the jury that this murder trial is a 4-step, including opening testimony, also the closing of the testimony, 2 more things in between. I missed it. He also said the Commonwealth has the burden to prove this trial. He said also the Commonwealth goes first, and they must prove without a reasonable doubt that that Mr. Cory Bigsby murdered his son. The defense do not have to present any evidence, but they will have the opportunity to rebuttal. The duty of the jury is to follow all rules of the court. Also, the judge said having a jury trial is like a holiday for him. He said because it relieves him of his duty, he don't have to make the final decision whether the person is guilty or whether the person is innocent. So it feels like it's a holiday because they don't have to weigh on his heart. At 9:50, the lawyers start to strike the jury. Guys, we sat there about 20 minutes while the lawyers came together. The defense team and his lawyers came together, and the prosecutor attorney and their lawyers came together and made a decision of who gonna strike this 6 and who gonna strike that 6. At 10:10, they was completed as Mr. Brown approached the microphone. Once Mr. Brown approached the microphone and said everyone is cool, it's completed, the jury exited the courtroom at 10:10. At 10:12, Mr. Brown said that the prosecuting attorney is trying to eliminate all black jurors. And it was an argument there. Mr. Commonwealth attorney, Mr. Bell said, here we go, trying to make this a racist thing. Mr. Brown said, it's true. Didn't you just strike 3 of the black people off your list? So he can't have enough black people to defend him. Mr. Brown, Mr. Bell, assistant attorney, prosecutor attorney stood up and said, that is not true. That is not why they strike him. Mr. Brown said, why didn't you strike him then? Because number 19 didn't say nothing. So he alleged that number 19, Mr. Brown said, did not utter one word out of his mouth. He said, and 23 was a victim of violent crime, which will work with y'all. So why would you remove 23 if he already had been dealt with violence in his life? What was your reason besides he's black? Then he said, did you remove number 50? Just open statement. Okay, I'm coming 1 second. He said, thank you, Nancy. He said, did number 50, she didn't do nothing but say she was a caretaker of her aunt, her sister, who backed her. And he said, we could have got her husband like she agreed to watch her sister. So what other reason besides that she was black that you struck? Then they went back and forth, and then the prosecutor attorney assistant stood up and said, well, I want to make sure for the record, 23 is white and not black. The defense attorney got mad as a motherfucker. They said, what? Everybody in the courtroom started, what's it? Come to find out, he said, Mr. Brown said, now, you lied. 23, black as me. 23 is black. Then the white man say, he's white. Well, at least we thought it was white. Mr. Brown said, so now you're calling me a liar? What color is number 23? Judge, is he black or white? Come to find out, 23 was black as a motherfucker. Anywho, guys, after that, Mr. Brown said, you really struck 4 black people because you know black people are more sympathetic to give another black person the opportunity than the white folks gonna hang for, basically, in other words. The Commonwealth said, guys, we got to go on this open statement. So the judge at 10:22, the judge asked the Commonwealth, why did they strike 23? Is it because he's black or any other reason? At 10:23, 19, they said 19 was attentive and not responding. The judge overruled and said number 19 can stay. And also, give me off a minute. Rush. Got rushing, y'all. Number 19 can stay, and number 23 and 50 had to go. Okay. They said 23 had a close friend that was shot. The judge re-entered the courtroom, guys. The jury re-entered the courtroom, and all of them came in 2, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 13, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 32, 34, 35, 37, 41, 50 came in. And then they asked the courtroom when they start calling these numbers out. Number 2, number 10, number 15, number 18, number 19, number 23, number 32, number 34, number 35, number 37, number 50. Get out of here. You're fired. They all got fired and exited the courtroom. Now we got 14 jurors sitting in the juror box, and the court is going to begin in 1 second. Opening statements are about to begin with the murder trial of Mr. Cory Bigsby for killing his son, allegedly, baby Codi Bigsby. Guys, his family member, baby Codi family members, into the courtroom at 10:36. Several people allegedly for baby Codi family into the courtroom at 10:36. That is the up to the minute news with Rhoda Young reporting live on Channel 9. I will see you guys back at lunch break. Back for
Good job. Okay. Okay, Miss Rhonda. I don't know what that is, but okay. All right, let's see. Oh, we didn't see this yesterday.
I got 10 minutes to get back to court.
That's just her eating. I'm really wanting to see the case thing today. This was 3 hours ago. So she's on her way to court, you could tell. It's raining as hell out there. I think it's raining out here too. I don't know. It's pretty. She eating chips in the morning. She like me eating my crackers in the morning. All right. Mr. Brown, allegedly, Mr. Bell. Lord have mercy. $19 hours ago. All right, I'm going to go on their site, the news, okay? All right, Katie, we're going to go on the news. I forgot what channel was it. Was it channel? Let me see. All I got to do is go on my thing, and they'll just pop, right? Oh, I got too much stuff open. Hold on. Oh, I could leave that open. Let me see. Close that. I'm going to leave her Facebook open. I'm going to close that. I'm going to close that. What's this? Why is that open? Yeah, I'm gonna leave her Facebook open. I'm gonna go on here. That's what China13news.com. Okay. Okay. You say I'm by the same way you gonna do it, babe. And they're gonna be live. So let's see what they got for us. Okay. Well, they wouldn't have nothing now because they're just starting. All right, so 19 hours ago.
Day. I want to introduce you to some of the names you will hear this week. We'll start with the Cory Bigsby defense team. Amina Matheny Willard has really been the face of the defense up to this point, but this week, Curtis Brown will be the lead trial counsel. He is joined by Ken Singleton. Now, Matheny Willard started representing Bigsby 2 years ago after his previous attorney filed a motion to withdraw because of an ethical conflict. On the other side of the courtroom, the prosecution is led by Hampton Commonwealth's attorney Anton Bell, and his senior Commonwealth's attorney is helping out. Bell has led that office for more than a decade since his election. This is possibly, though, the highest profile prosecution of his career. He brought charges in a similar case against Julia Tomlin for the 2019 murder of her 2-year-old son, but that case never went to trial. Tomlin pleaded guilty and is now serving 55 years in prison. Coming up tonight, all new at 5 o'clock, we will introduce you to the judge who was brought in especially to hear this case. I'm Dan Kennedy reporting all week live from Hampton. Now back to you.
All right, Dan, we look forward to your next report. And 13 News Now is following this trial until the end.
Last at least until Friday, but at this rate, it'll possibly go until Monday. I want to introduce you to some of the names you will hear this week. We'll start with the Cory Bigsby defense team. Amina Matheny Willard has really been the face of the defense up to this point, but this week, Curtis Brown will be the lead trial counsel. He is joined by Ken Singleton. Now, Matheny Willard started representing Bigsby 2 years ago after his previous attorney filed a motion to withdraw because of an ethical conflict. On the other side of the courtroom, the prosecution is led by Hampton Commonwealth's attorney Anton Bell, and his senior Commonwealth's attorney is helping out. Bell has led that office for more than a decade since his election. This is possibly, though, the highest profile prosecution of his career. He brought charges in a similar case against Julia Tomlin for the 2019 murder of her 2-year-old son, but that case never went to trial. Tomlin pleaded guilty and is now serving 55 years in prison. Coming up tonight, all new at 5 o'clock, we will introduce you to the judge who was brought in especially to hear this case. I'm Dan Kennedy reporting all week live from Hampton. Now back to you.
All right, Dan, we look forward to your next report. And 13 News Now is following this trial until the end. We'll have another live report coming up at 5. And you can stay up to speed on courtroom developments on air, online, and on the 13 News Now app.
We're all equally powerful. You have been programmed not to have power.
Everyone.
News Now is following the high-profile murder trial of Cory Bigsby in Hampton. He's accused of killing his 4-year-old son, Codi.
And a jury is close to being finalized. Our own Dan Kennedy and Angelique Arentak were both in the courtroom again today, where jury selection continued. And Dan joins us now. Dan.
Janet, the judge just sent everybody home for the day within the last hour. We are very close to testimony beginning in this 2-year-long saga involving a missing boy and his suspected father. Angelique Arentak was in the courtroom with me today all day long for jury selection, which continues tomorrow.
Right. Court proceedings will pick back up at 9 a.m. From a pool of nearly 70 potential jurors. Attorneys and the judge whittled down this group to 26 people just this afternoon. Cory Bigsby didn't have anything to say while walking out of Hampton Circuit Court on Tuesday. Jury selection took up the first and second day of his trial. Like on Monday, prosecutors on Tuesday told potential jurors they plan to allege Cory Bigsby beat his son Codi to death and then spread feces on his body when he was 3 years old. Bigsby reported Codi missing to Hampton police in January 2022. When the boy would have been 4 years old. Prosecutors hinted Codi's mother is first set to testify, as well as Codi's now 7-year-old sibling and a Federal Bureau of Investigation agent. On the defense side, Bigsby's attorneys plan to call at least one of Bigsby's family members to testify. As the second day of trial wrapped up, there's still no jury seated. In court, several people didn't qualify because of their preconceived notions or opinions about the case based on watching previous news coverage. Supporters of Codi, like Nancy Strickland, say they're willing to wait so that officials have a fair and impartial jury.
It's been a long road, very long road. A lot of searches, a lot of events. So we're eager.
At the very end of court proceedings today, the judge instructed all 26 of those potential jurors not to research this case, not to watch any news coverage about it right now, and not to talk about it with anyone, Dan.
All right, Angelique, thanks. 9 a.m. tomorrow, they'll be back here. Let's give you our 3 key takeaways from the day. As Angelique was saying, we are going to get the finalized juror list tomorrow, likely tomorrow morning. They will have 12 jurors plus 2 alternates. Each side will get the chance to strike 6 jurors each before getting it down to that final.
This is the letter that he wrote to the judge. Oh, I feel really sick, y'all. Let me get a water. Give me a second. I'm sweating like crazy. I ate 2 nutrient bars. Give me 1 minute. I know my sugar's low. Hold on. I can't even see. What the fuck? Oh. All right. I got water and I got some watermelon. I ate the nutrient bars. It felt like it didn't do nothing. I feel nauseous. And I'm sweating like crazy. I just got the shower. The fan is on. The heat is off. The fuck? I'm sorry. Wow. I'll drink some water. All right. I should try to check my sugar, but I know it's low. I got some watermelon here. I'm nauseous. Ugh. Check my sugar. Ugh. Hold on. We got time anyway. Then they're on whatever lunch or whatever the fuck they doing. I don't know. I can't even think right now. This thing is dusty. I'm gonna cover my watermelon up. When I ate the nutrient bar, I didn't feel nauseous. And I feel nauseous. It's weird. And then this machine is not even working right. Oh, the machine is not working right. Remember the last time? Let's see. Remember the last time, guys, I tried it? The machine was not. I forgot to call my doctor. Damn. All right, let me see something. Let me see if it wants to act right today. Oh, wait a minute. No. See, it's doing this. Hold on, let me turn this down. Let me take this down. What's that? Custodius. What's that? This fucking shit is not working right. Ugh. Shit. You try to eat my watermelon. Let's try to eat urgency. Look at my sweating. Holy shit. Shit. Let's not go there, guys. Come on, let's get with this case. Whoa. Woo! Let me eat the watermelon and see what happens. Sometimes when I eat the watermelon, I feel better. So let's eat watermelon. Watermelon. Ooh, okay. Let's go with this case. This is very important. We hope this bastard rots in hell. Watermelon, okay? Usually when I eat the watermelon, I feel better. When I eat... Oh, shit. He's been watching the whole time, y'all. I know. I don't know, Buckley. When I eat the nutrient bar, it don't really work. When I eat the watermelon, it works. For some reason. I think maybe because it has water too, and I'm not drinking enough water. Because my doctor did say when she took my urine was no infections because sometimes I get a urine tracking. It was good, but she said I was dehydrated. And she said I needed to drink enough water. That's what she said. And she said my sugar was low. Let's read this. Come on. I'll be fine. Let's get to this. Come on. This is not the Jasmine. This is not the Brooklyn trial. Come on. Now, I'm going to show you the disgusting stuff he said. Ugh. Look at this shit. But I can't see it there. Let me put it up on my phone. I'm going to show you. While we wait for them. Ugh. It was weird. My eyes was like acting weird and shit. All right. On June 18th, 2021, I know you guys can't see it there. Cory Bigsby, walked into the room, grabbed Codi, dragged him into the kitchen, and thumped his head on the floor. Okay? And beat him with my fists. He went to a cardiac arrest, and I tried to perform CPR. Now, I got a problem with this. You intentionally took your son out of his bed. You grabbed him out his bed. You dragged him and you bumped his head on the freaking floor. And here comes hubby calling me. You bumped his head on the floor. You intentionally did this, Cory. You intentionally. Then you wanted to do CPR to try to save him? What? Are you dumb? Come on. Then he did not respond. Then I went upstairs with Codi and I put him into a tub. Then I went him up to him. Then I wanted him to respond. He did not. So I held him and prayed. He is a psycho. I prayed to God to bring my baby back. So let's get this right before I continue. You dragged your son out the bed when he was sleeping. He was sleeping. Because it was 2 a.m. probably. Because that's when you came up to the thought that he went to bed, remember? He said the last time I put Cory to bed was 2 a.m. And I'm like, that's pretty late. Excuse me, this dirty boy was sleeping. Exactly. You know he messed up. I don't know if this man was drinking. I don't know, or something. Like, you decided to pick on the child that cannot defend himself, that cannot speak. Remember, Codi was, somebody say that for me in the comments. He was a special need child. So he couldn't talk. He had speech problems. You picked on the child that couldn't scream, couldn't defend himself. You picked on he was autistic. You picked on the weak child. You are a monster. Oh, excuse me. And the watermelon is helping. For some reason, that should be helping. That's why I like to keep it in my refrigerator. I like to keep it in the house. Because that's the only fruit. I'm allergic to other fruits. I can't eat other fruits. I'm allergic to it. All right, let's get back to this. Then I took him in the room and I laid him in the bed. Then I went to the car and got a flashlight. I charged it. Okay, you charged this, so you knew what you was doing. So please don't go later on and try to play the crazy defense that you can't take the trial or whatever. You can't take the defense because you're mentally disabled or whatever. No. Because you knew what you was doing because you charged your flashlight. You put a battery inside your flashlight, or you charged it to the wall. You charged it, so you knew what you were doing. Then I went to the store and got snacks. So now you was hungry. Did you smoke marijuana? Or are you just a psychopath that urges over people's pain? Because by this time, this little boy was in pain. You already bumped his head on the floor. No, you didn't bump it. You really were forced. Then I went to the restaurant. Then I went to the something, I don't know. Oh, shit. Okay. Then I went to the restroom and pooped. And I wiped it on Codi. You decided to go to the bathroom and wipe shit on your son? That's how you think of your son. This is hatred. He hated this little boy. He despised of Codi. He couldn't stand Codi. This was definitely of course, this was definitely intentionally. He went to the bathroom and took a shit. Do you know how much hatred that is? You got to take a crap and you got to wipe it on your son? That is like, I hate, that is. And I went to the empty car, washed and put in a bag. Then I drove back home and put Codi in the refrigerator. Because he was trying to figure out what to do with Codi next. If you notice, he kept going back and forth because now he's contemplating. He went to the store, he got snacks. He went outside, he did something in the yard or whatever. He got the flashlight, he did this and that. He went back home, he took a shit. He went back outside. He is contemplating because he fucked up. So now he's like, what should I do? Oh shit, what am I gonna do now? So now he's got to put Codi in the refrigerator because he has to decide what to do with the body next. Because now people are gonna wonder, where is Codi at? I haven't seen Codi. And then I put Codi and took him out the refrigerator, put him in the car again, and drove him to the building 5. He gives an address of the building that he drove him to. I buried him there and went home and prayed for forgiveness. Then went to King Dominicana the next day, and I went to the hospital, and I dumped my clothes from the trunk in the trash and buried them. Then the next day, I went back to bury Codi and cover the scars from me beating on him. Took a bath with DJ. Please accept my confession sincerely, Cory. You took a bath with your son? Why? Why are you taking a bath with your older son? I would like them to ask his son if this monster has ever sexually abused him. Please, I hope they be smart enough to ask him that. Exactly. I mean, I would think that they were left home when he was going back and forth with figuring out what to do. Because remember, Katie, he left those kids home alone many times before. That's why they gave him the neglect charges. All those charges that he got was for leaving the kids home alone. The neighbors was like, those kids were home alone every day because he was going to his girlfriend's house to get a booty call. Remember? Yeah, those kids were home alone all the time. So they're used to it. That's why he got the charges that he got. Exactly. Yeah. It's 12:42. Let's see what well, it's not lunchtime yet, but let's see if Wanda got anything for us. It's a freaking monster. No, not yet. I think she'll have something in a few, though. What's this? That was an hour ago? Yeah, not yet. They're not going to have nothing for a minute. I think that trial's going to be a hot minute. That watermelon helps, boy. I tell you. Ooh, I feel way better. Way, way better. But I need to get me a machine. Oh, the Truth TV. Okay. Let's see. Let's see anything on the news. The news, they're not going to have anything yet either. It's too soon. Oh, you know what I want to see, though? Oh, my God. We could wait and hold on. There's something that I never really got a chance to see. We seen it, but we was kind of disgusted. I think we turned it off. It was when they all had that meeting. The family. I think we could watch that while we're waiting for everything. Or, hold on. We never seen Cory's. Has anybody ever seen Cory's confession thing? Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. So let's see what this is. What's the Cory's interview? That's what I want to see. The interview. But let's see this for a minute while I look for the interview.
Hampton in the case of Cory Bigsby.
It comes from new testimony in court today. Cory Bigsby is charged in the death of his 4-year-old son, Codi.
She's live now?
Has never been found.
Several officers at the Hampton Roads Regional Jail shared several confessions in court today, saying Bigsby found Codi unresponsive, then buried his body. 10 on your side, Tiana Patterson has the new information on the case.
the jailhouse where Cory Bigsby was at and recorded him and everything, trying to get a confession. He said, they ain't going to show you, guys, this is just my opinion, how I proceeded. They're not going to show you how they mentally drove him insane to the fact that Cory Bigsby started thinking that people had wires hooked up to his head because he was being investigated and interrogated so much. They said, they ain't going to tell you that those letters that they wrote, that you see different timelines and things on it. 1 minute he killed them. 1 minute he burned them. 1 minute he shitted on them. He said they ain't gonna tell you that they were mentally driving the man insane and he was trying to do anything to get a peace of mind. He said they're not gonna tell you that. He said, look at the paperwork that you see, and you'll see that this man was talking out of his head. He said that's part of what they do when they're trying to get a confession out of you. He said, guys, you are here.
I knew that was going to try to do that.
No, not your opinion. Do not be misled and don't get confused at how they're going to try to present this case in front of you. He said they already started to make you think a certain way when they keep saying they ain't got nobody. He said he keep trying to remind you they ain't got nobody because they ain't got no evidence. But you have a burden of proof without a reasonable doubt. He said, not your opinion, not how you feel, but by the evidence that's presented to you. He said, now rest my case. Mr. Anton Bell stood up and said, I'm about to call my first witness to the stand. At 11:10, Mr. Bell, the prosecutor attorney, the head prosecutor attorney over this case right here, called Adina Abrula. I said her name wrong, but baby Cody's mother, as the first witness, like I told you yesterday, to testify about the whereabouts of her son. Mr. Bell said to her as she got on the stage, good morning. State your name and also spell it. He asked her, do you know Cory Bigsby? She said, yes. He said, can you point him out? She said, boop, right there. Who is he to you? Mr. Anton Bell said. She answered, my children's father. He said, what are their birthdays? And she did something like this. Don't quote me because I'm trying to write a lot of stuff. I might have made a mistake, but I'm trying to get to you the best that I know how. 12/24/16, January 12/18, and June the 12th. He asked her, how many years were you and Mr. Bigsby in a relationship? She said, we was in a relationship for 4 years, and it ended in 2019. He asked her, where did you live? When did it end? Where did you go after the relationship ended? She said, I moved to D.C. He said, did you take all the children with you? She said, I took 3 kids with me and her daughter. She said, I took 3 of my sons and my daughter. And she left the Cory, the oldest one. She also said that she had to leave suddenly. The Commonwealth showed her a picture, which they entered to the courts as evidence number 1. It was a picture of baby Cody. When she looked at her son picture, you could see her getting emotional about the situation. Tears started forming in her eyes as she held her head down, reminiscing on her child. She said eventually she got all 4 of her kids back after she left. He said, did Cory Bigsby ever come see the kids? She said, yes, he used to visit. Cory, he asked her, how did Cory Bigsby end up with the children? She said, well, Cory Bigsby called me and said he's a free man now and he would like to raise our kids and co-parent. So she agreed to allow him to raise the kids and they co-parent, under the impression they were going to have an open relationship when it comes to the kids. She thought she could pick up the phone at any time and call and see how her kids doing. She thought she can drive on down here sometimes and come visit her babies. But guess what? According to her, that didn't happen. He allegedly filed for.
Hi, Buckley.
Commonwealth said, after how did he end up with the kid? She said he eventually filed for custody for the oldest child and one of the twins.
I know.
She said, huh? She said eventually Cory Bigsby filed for custody of the oldest child and one twin. And the courtroom was like, what? Why one twin? Because he only believed allegedly one of them was his. He didn't want baby Codi, she said, because he act like a mama boy. I thought they were going to say he thought it wasn't his. But the mama said, Cory allegedly said he want baby Codi because he was acting like a mama boy.
Really?
Get somewhere now. And that other twin ain't mine, she said. Go find his daddy because I'm not the daddy to the other twin. K-Vote.
So they got twins.
Did you allow all four of the kids to come to Hampton? Her answer was yes. He asked her, did you allow all four kids to come here and live with Mr. Cory Bigsby in Hampton, Virginia? They Mr. Antoine Bell asked her, and she replied, yes, I did. He asked her why. She said, well, they can live with their father. He asked her, did she have any medical issues during that time? She said, yes, I was hospitalized.
So this is a mother?
And for that reason, she allowed them to come down here and stay with their father. He said, how did y'all do the transferring of the kids? She told him, we met in between the way, between Hampton, Virginia, and in between Washington, D.C. And we met at a 7-Eleven and we swapped off the kids. She said, under the impression that I'm going to have visitation rights to see my babies. I ain't know the man was going to take my kids. Never yet, allegedly murder him. He asked her, did you ever visit your children? Her answer was no, I never knew his address. He wanted to know, Mr. Anton Bell, the prosecutor attorney, wanted to know, how did y'all communicate then? She said, by email. And she started throwing out some email address. One of them was C.B.78. Something. She said she was expecting that she would be able to reach her kids when she wanted to, but that didn't happen. She said he ghosted me once he got my babies. He ghosted me. He said, describe what transpired. She said, I was only able to speak to them on their birthday. They was never reachable when I called or tried to see them. But Cory Bigsby assured them that they was okay and that they could co-parent. Mr. Brown then, the defense attorney, object to that. He said, objection, Your Honor. She said, let me rephrase that. I was not allowed access to my children. And they swapped custody November 1st, 2020. at the 7-Eleven in between Hampton and Washington, D.C. She never stated what city or county. The judge reminded Antoine Bell to ask questions and do not ask leading and directing questions. Because Mr. Brown said that Antoine Bell was leading and directing the witness.
He's something
They
else.
want to know, did you ever receive a picture or anything of the kids or the years that you didn't see them? She said yes, for their birthday. And he said, what was the last picture that you seen of last time you received a picture of your kids? And she said, the last picture I received of any of my kids was June 14, 2021, the twins' birthday party. Commonwealth showed the picture of baby Codi, exhibit number 1. Is this it? Is this the last photo that you saw of your son? The mother, the witness number 1, say yes, as she emotionally looked down.
Wow.
Cory Bigsby said baby Codi was messing with. She said the last time she heard from Cory, well, she said one time, he said, did you have any communication with Cory Bigsby at all? She said last communication that Cory Bigsby and I had is when Cory Bigsby emailed me and said that baby Codi was sexually messing with his brothers, the twins. That he was fondling with the twins. Remember, baby Codi at this time is only 3 years old. And it's an email that says that Cory Bigsby accused baby Codi of fondling his sister and brother at 3 years old.
What? He couldn't.
Cory said the baby Codi was messing with his twins several times sexually by a phone call. It was by a phone call, okay? At 11:28, the jury asked for a notepad. Once they heard that Cory alleged that a 3-year-old was sexually messing with the baby, they wanted notepads. They wanted to start taking some notes. So the judge stopped and said, hey, we're passing out notepads. And he asked the Commonwealth attorney, Mr. Bell, to repeat the questions so that the jurors can write down the dates that has already been spoken. The dates that was spoken was November 1st, 2021. That's when they moved down here to Hampton. And the other date that was spoken was June 14th, 2021, when the photo was sent.
Katie, you want to come up here with me?
The jurors was able to document that date.
Drop the link.
An email was given and read.
You can come up here with me.
The email is the email that when Cory Bigsby. The email read as this.
Or Buckley, Katie and Buckley, you want to come up here? I think Buckley's at work.
After the judge instructed the Commonwealth to redirect the dates, he came back with a date, April 8th, 2021. He came back on a date, April 8th, 2021. Email was given and read. Cory Bigsby emails the mother. He's still doing the same thing. He's still doing the same stuff. He got caught by DJ, which is the older brother. Baby Codi 3, so DJ probably 4 or 5 at the time. He got caught by DJ doing the same thing.
This is crazy,
touching
right?
on the twins.
Yes. Unbelievable. You know he lying like hell, girl.
He said in the email, I do not want to hurt him by protecting my other babies.
Oh.
And I don't know where he get this from. So he emailed her, the mother, the first witness on testify. That email in court, exhibit number 2. He's doing it again. Our oldest son, that's 4 or 5, caught him, a 3-year-old, touching the twins. They had to be 1 or 2, playing with their private stuff.
Okay, if Codi was doing that, where was he learning it from?
If he don't do something, stop this, I'm gonna have to hurt him, protecting my other kids. He needs some type of counseling because I don't know where he get this from. That was the last time she heard anything about baby Codi.
Oh, that's why she said you'll find out everything in the courts.
Allegedly, this was all planned out.
They would have known since he was having issues with baby Codi. He returned baby Codi home to his mama. Since baby Codi would have all these emotional issues and emotional roller coaster, and is a rapist allegedly at the age of 3. Did he bring him back home to you?
Right.
The mother responded, no.
Right, you would think he would bring him back home to his mother.
Have you talked to baby Codi since the allegation? And the mother responded yet again, no. Have you seen him since then? The mother responded, no. She has not seen none of the kids at that time before this investigation started. June 21st, January 22nd, any contact or any interaction? No. Commonwealth asked. So you ain't seen him? You ain't contacted? No interaction? No, the mother replied. Did you make any type of attempts? Commonwealth Bail asked the mother, first witness. Yes, she responded. I made several attempts to reach my kids. January 2022. Did you reach him? She said, I tried to email him. January 15th, where are my kids? She said, I emailed him. Where's my kids?
Oh.
She said, I care deeply for my kids, and I'm very concerned about their well-being. She emailed her kid's father with no reveal. January the 22nd or the 20th, she was contacted by the Hampton Police Department on the phone because she up in D.C., the mother, and said that your child is missing. The Commonwealth attorney, Mr. Bell, said, when you got that call, what did you do when you got that call for the Hampton Police Department?
Yeah, she was not concerned.
She said, I got in my car. I headed straight to Hampton, Virginia, to the police department.
Well, I don't know. I can't say.
And sat down.
I can't say that.
With the detectives and told them his father threatened to harm my son. And I told him about the email that I received. That's what I did. I came straight here, wondering where was my baby at.
I don't know what happened.
At 11:38.
I need more from her.
Mr. Bell gave the case over to Mr. Brown, the defense attorney, time now to question the first witness, Mr. Barton, a bull, whatever her name is, Cory Bigsby, mother. Mr. Brown got up at 11:38.
I feel what
you're saying. First of all, you have 4 kids. No, he said, first of all,
we're going to talk about
you had 4 kids by a man in 2 years.
Oh.
That was his first question. He said, are you telling me you had 4 kids by a man in 2 years? She said, no. He said, so what you telling me? She said, between 2016 and 2019, I had 4 kids because I had a set of twins. He said, you left? Did you take the kids with you? The defense attorney asked Mr. Brown. She said, yes. He said, okay, now, all right. You a good mama, ain't you? He said, you're a good mama. I like you. You're a good mama. You're a good mama. Yeah, a good mama who haven't seen her 4 kids in 4 years. He said, now tell the judge, good mama.
Oh, shit.
The last time you seen your kids, since you're such a good mama. He said, come on down, good mama. Tell the people, good mama, when the last time you seen your kids? Good mama. He kept using that word, good mama. A good mama. Oh, she said November 1st. Her response was November 1st, 2020. He said, good mama. November 1st, 2020. You're a real good mama. He said, a good mother, no emails, no phone calls. And you call yourself a good mama? I ain't lying. But then he said, oh, look, but then he said that. He said it, right? She was in the courtroom. He said it. He said, no phone calls, no emails, no visits, and you call yourself a good mama.
And you got an email saying your child was in trouble in April.
Come on, she got an email in April, and
did nothing about it.
And did nothing about it. The man, the next day,
right?
The man, that day, the man. Come on, because everybody spoke for the other side. We need somebody to speak for Cory's side. Now, I'm not on no side. I'm talking about, we just talking about what we ain't talking about side. I'm saying we're talking about
loss of a child.
I know the loss of a child, but he have the right to have people to speak. We're just keeping it open. Let me just say this.
I'm praying for the whole thing.
The whole everybody.
Very, very, very serious.
I know, but I'm saying this is not about no sides. I'm talking about telling the story. So the story was that Cory Bigsby emailed her and said that the child allegedly was sexually touching. I love you too. The email was that Cory Bigsby allegedly was to email her and say he was touching the kids. And if he keep doing it, he gonna.
You know what? Yeah, I see where you're coming from, Kathy B. Yeah.
No, it was him.
Because damn,
that baby Codi was touching the twins, the younger brothers. And he said that
his children in trouble. She didn't do shit.
I hate to have to hurt him to protect my other kids. Once a man tell you they're gonna hurt your child or kill your child, you supposed to get him.
But it
hurts.
Anytime there's discord,
hurts.
They're not on the one accord, then you're supposed to jump in.
Right.
That is all about. Have a good day.
Exactly.
Let me ask you off of this.
Okay.
Can we look at this?
It's live right now. It's live streaming right now. It's like I can give you my thing. You can see it. Yeah. It's live streaming right now. It's on Facebook.
Okay,
Rhoda Young. I'm gonna get it to you. I'm gonna get it to you. Rhoda Young. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. He said, a good mother, no emails, no phone calls. You call yourself a good. Okay. He said, all right. Then he go back. He said, good mother that have not contacted. Oh, she answered. A good mother have not contacted your kids. She answered. The answer was, I constantly tried to contact my children from 2020 and could not contact them. She said, I constantly try to contact them. He said, well, how did Cory get the kids? She said, like I said, I met him between Hampton and Washington, D.C., and we met at a 7-Eleven. I dropped them off. The defense attorney, Mr. Brown, said, out of 4 years, you did not know none of the relatives, Cory Bigsby relatives. You don't know his kids at, but you was with him for 4 years. You telling me you don't know where none of his relatives lived at? Oh, you didn't take it to try to go find his mama, cousin, auntie, nobody, to find out where he lived at so you can locate your kids. You got to do a lunch. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Let me finish this, Jake. He said, you did not. Please, what time is it? What time gonna be back? Where y'all get some eat from? Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. He said out of 4 years, you didn't know nobody out of his family. You didn't try to contact no cousins, no nieces, no uncle, nobody to tell them they're coming back in. Cory Bigsby and his family is coming back in to the courthouse right now. What's up, man? I love you. Them kind of made, come ahead and say this to you. Kind of made sense out of 4 years, you can't contact nobody about your kid. I know you can't say nothing.
That's Cory Bigsby.
They're entering back into the court. Cory Bigsby family entering back in the court. She said, me and his family was not on good terms. She said, so the answer, he said, I didn't ask you that. He said, answer the question. Answer the question. Did you contact anybody out of Cory Bigsby family and try to find out where your kids was at, good mama? She said, no. He said, if you was concerned about your kids, did you call the police? She said, I called the police in 2017. Mr. Brown said, 2017. Wait a minute. I thought y'all was together in 2000. He said, how old your kids now? She said, oh, that's when we only had one child. He said, I'm talking about when you come find your kids. Did you call the police now? All that time, he said, about 15 months, you ain't be able to contact your kids. In 15 months, did you call the police in 15 months and tell them that you can't locate your kids and can't get in contact with the father? Answer the question.
Right.
Yes or no? She say no.
Hmm.
He said the email that you're talking about, that you brought down here, you tell everybody that he emailed you talking about a threat. He said, what about the email? He said, did you really think the man was gonna harm your kids and you ain't call the police? Good mama. He said, so you telling me that this man threatened to kill your kid or threaten your kids to harm your kids, good mama, and you didn't call the police? And she said yes. When he said the email, did you think it was a threat? She said yes. He said, did you think the email was a threat? She said yes. He said, so did you call the police? And she said no. He said, so you thought it was a threat, and you believe it was a threat, but you didn't call the police. He said, okay, good mama. Andy's so short. He wanted to know that did the mother and Mr. Cory Bigsby ever get married? And she said no. He said, okay, but you got 4 kids, you never get married. Why the man didn't marry? You got 4 kids. He said, so your kids born out of wedlock? The defense attorney, prosecutor tell the anti-embarrassing, I object. Mr. Brown and them going back into the courtroom. They're going back into the courtroom. Going back into the courtroom. They're going back into the courtroom. Defense attorney and them going back into the courtroom. Mr. Singleton. He asked him, where was your hospitalized at? Where you was hospitalized at? Well, Mr. Anton Bell objected to that. He said, come on, y'all. They just doing too much. He's just doing too much. She said, I left Hampton in 2019. He said, November 1st, 2020. What did you do? She said, I bought Cory the children, and we met halfway. The defense attorney said, Cory told you you could reach him whenever you wanted to. She said, yes, he did. He asked, the defense attorney asked, when did you receive that picture, exhibit number 1? She said, on the twins' birthday. Mr. Brown, defense attorney, said, did you email that You wanted to see the kids since you couldn't call them. Did you email them that you wanted to see the kids? Oh, got a lot more to go. Court about to start. That went quick. The defense attorney, Mr. Brown, asked the mother, the first witness of this case, this murder trial here of baby Codi in Hampton, Virginia, did you talk to the public prosecutor office before you came here? Did you talk to Antoine Bell before you came to court? Answer the question. Did y'all talk before you come to court? You a witness for him, right? Did you talk to him?
Let's go live on TikTok.
She said yes. He said, how many times have you talked to him before you came to court? Come on now, tell us. How many times did the prosecutor attorney call you and y'all talk before you came to court? I don't know. Oh, you don't know now, huh? Oh, you don't know now. You don't know how many times he called you and how many times y'all talked about the case. Oh, you don't know. Okay. All right. Hey, baby, how you doing? All right. He said, did they interview DJ, the witness, the 7-year-old witness, the oldest child? She said, yes. He said, did you go in with him when they interviewed him, prosecutor attorney? She said, no. He said, so, okay. So the prosecutor attorney took the 7-year-old witness into the witness room to interview him about this case today by himself. She said, yes. He said, okay. All right. All right. So they interviewed the 7-year-old by themselves and you weren't present. Nobody was like, he said, okay, prosecutor attorney. Mr. Brown wanted to know, was this a custody battle between her and Cory Bigsby? And I think she answered the word no. She said they came up with a decision to drop the kids off and co-parent.
We are live.
He said, but you came here and told the police that Cory did something to your son. He said, y'all made a decision. He said, but you came here and told the police department that Cory Bigsby did something to your son. He said, is it true that you wanted custody of the other 3 kids? And y'all was going through a custody battle? And that's why you came and told them that Cory Bigsby did something to your son? Because you wanted the kids in the way? He said, is it true that y'all was going through a custody battle and you want the kids back? And that was a perfect opportunity to get the other 3 kids. Answer the question. He said, correct. He said, man, you got custody and took them back with you. April 21st through January 21st, you haven't seen the kids. No, and you haven't seen them since November 1st, 2020. He said, did you ever send them some money? Since Cory, good mama, since Cory is raising your 4 kids, did you ever send them any money to help them out? He never asked for that. Did you ever send him any money? I'm asking you, good mama, to help the man out that's raising your 4 kids. He said, yeah, one time he asked me for $150. He said, out of 15 months, you left her with 4 kids and you only sent him $150. Okay, good mama. He said, good mama, did you buy him any clothes? For 15 months, did you buy him any clothes? She said, my kids was good. They was well taken care of. They ain't need no clothes. They daddy had them. He said, oh, you're a good mama. Did you have a job? Good mama? Did you have a job? She said, yes. He said, where did you work at, good mama? Sending $150 for 15 out of 15 months. With a job.
Shambaz.
Look at the picture.
Hey, Drew.
Do you see your son in distress?
We're in the Cory Bigsby murder trial.
She said yes.
Day 1.
Did you ever see Cory
The other
the
days
kids
he was doing
in 4 years when y'all was together.
picking the
She
jury.
say no.
Today the trial dropped. Today the trial started. She's talking about Cory's mother.
What's the twins' name?
Codi Bigsby.
Then she said K-Roll and Cole. So when Cory emailed you,
she's talking about
Codi was 3.
Mother took the trial took a stand.
Did you see Cory do any bad things to the children in those 3 years? He asked, and she said no. When he said, I am free, on that email that y'all read out with the prosecutor attorney, did he mean he was just retiring out the military? He said, bring the kids, I'm free now, I can raise them. He said, y'all put it out there like he was saying I'm free for something. He said, wasn't that meaning that he was free because his career was over and he got an honorable discharge from the military? Bring him the kids because he can raise the kids? Good mama. She said, I'm not sure. He said, okay. He said, good mama. Now, where you was working at again? When you left the kids? She said, I was working for KBEC Group. How long was you working there? He wanted to know, Mr. Brown. She said, for 1 year, between April 20 and May 21st. Did he tell you Codi was fumbling with the children, messing around with the kids? Or did he tell you he was trying to take their diapers? She alleged he said sexually. Come here. You say, who was she what?
Ooh, and she left them with him. And now that baby's gone. She needs to be charged just as well.
So you thinking if a man tell you something wrong with their kids, the moment she came and got them?
She sure should have.
Yeah,
if
I
a man
agree.
call you right now and say, I'm going to harm your child, you don't come get him.
You damn well
I
ought to
agree
been there.
100%. She should have made police report or filed for emergency custody.
With those
Yeah, you're right. That's what Kathy B was saying. Like she didn't care.
Right.
She should be charged.
I get what you're saying, Kathy B. I don't know what the hell I was
It's her
thinking,
fault
girl.
too.
That's it.
She probably knew he was mentally not well from the military.
Right.
That's right. He was from the military too.
At the end of the day, this baby is gone.
Right.
And still we don't know where he is.
Right.
Right.
He needs to tell the truth.
Tell the truth. And he needs to tell the truth too.
And let us put him down like he put that baby down.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Guys, court is about to start. Hey, I appreciate. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Guys, court is about to start. Let me see if I drink some soda and something before we go back in. We got to come back, guys, in a little bit with more information. He said
she got still a lot to go. She said
he asked the mom,
she may have to do it.
how the baby Codi look on the photo, and the mother said he looks scared and frightened.
Oh wow! Well, why you didn't come get him? TikTok. We are on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube.
Guys, the court's about to resume, guys. Lunch break is now over. We're gonna get back in. We'll be back, guys. That was just about the end. That was about this much left, but everybody's going back into the courthouse, and so we're gonna get on back in there. We got our little homie out here, guys. She gone. He flipped that camera. She gone. She gone. Got our little homie right there, tough shorty right there, guys. We out here for a reason. We got the prosecuting attorneys coming on back on in here, guys. About to handle this case. They doing their thing today, guys. They doing their thing, just like that. I'm Rhoda Young Report Live. Well, you seen it here first before Wavy News 10, Channel 3, and also Channel 13. Court is now back in session, just like that.
Just like that.
Stay tuned, guys. When you heard the notification, ding. When you heard the notification, know that I am live. And
All
we're
right.
coming right back, guys.
Thank you, pretty woman. Yeah, you got to cover that tight. Make sure they don't see that shit. She looks nice.
Back for now. Thank you. I'm Rhoda Young, #1 news reporter at Hampton Road, Channel 9 News, guys, on your side. And don't forget, the mayor of Newport News, Virginia, stole my slogan, the people's voice. They put it on news this morning tomorrow. He said he's the people's voice. You're not the people's voice. I'm the people's voice, and you stole my saying. And at the state of the address for the mayor yesterday, your first state of the address of Newport News, Virginia, and they go talk. He's the people's voice. That's a lie, and he stole my slogan. Now put that down on the record. Well, court reporter, I want you to write that down.
She tripping.
Stole my damn slogan.
Go ahead, girl. Tell her, don't be stealing my stuff.
They don't want to invite me to shit.
Blame her though, because she's doing this all on her own, and she's dedicating a lot of time.
She is. I like that. Tell her, don't be stealing my shit. That's right, Roland. I like it. She. I know that's right. All right, y'all. We are on TikTok, both of my Facebooks and YouTube right now. Oh, what's she doing, girl? Get your. Oh, I be seeing her on Facebook. She be doing too much for me sometimes. But she got a nice pool. Girl, you're a rich girl. I know that's right. And get you a thumbs up and let me go about my business. Okay, get me your head out of there. Bye-bye, girlfriend. Okay. We're going to check you in the few roller. Roller with the rollers and the bowlers. Let's head over to YouTube. Oh, I know what I wanted to show y'all. We ain't never see, hold on. Hold on, y'all. I keep putting Cody and I meant to put Cory. What is that called? The confession, right? Not the confession. Y'all still with me?
Yep.
Okay. What is that called when you go in there for the first day and they question him?
Like interviewing or interrogating him?
Interview, yeah. We never saw that. Yeah, that watermelon really did work, man. Every time I eat that watermelon, I feel way better.
That's good. I thought you might have been dehydrated more than anything.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
No, I think it was my sugar.
It could definitely be a combo of both.
Both, yeah, both. Because I saw the coffee. I felt like the coffee was making me a little worse. And then when I had the water and the watermelon, I felt 100 times better. Because I ate the nutrient bar and that shit didn't do nothing. Then when I ate a piece of watermelon, every time I eat some watermelon, when I feel like that, I feel so much better.
Well, make sure Dave keeps it on hand.
That's why I tell. That's why I always keep it in the house. And he just got fresh ones yesterday. Remember when yesterday we was live?
Right.
And I was like, oh, he got me some watermelon. I didn't know he was gonna get it.
Yeah, and the coffee was probably making you sweat.
The what?
The coffee was probably making you sweat.
Probably. I feel a lot better. Wow. I was getting kind of scared at first, though, but I was.
The father of a missing boy must undergo a second competency evaluation. That word from a Hampton judge as Cory Bigsby appeared in court today. He's the father of little Codi Bigsby, who was first reported missing nearly 1 year ago. Cory faces child neglect charges unrelated to his son's disappearance.
Allison Basil reports from Hampton on why the judge ordered this new evaluation.
Cory Bigsby will receive a new competency examination behind bars. Bigsby faces 30 child neglect charges unrelated to his son Codi Bigsby's disappearance. Judge James Hawks says a doctor he appointed to do the first exam last month says Bigsby can stand trial. Bigsby's defense attorney, Curtis Brown, disagrees.
We need to go ahead and get a doctor that's going to fairly evaluate him.
Brown told the judge a doctor the defense hired found Bigsby is not competent to stand trial. Judge Hawks said they can't use that assessment because the expert isn't court appointed. 13 News Now got a look at the court-appointed doctor's assessment. In the documents, the doctor writes Bigsby understands the possible consequences of his charges and the trial process. The paperwork says Bigsby has refused medical treatment at Hampton Roads Regional Jail. It says mental health staff say Bigsby has reported hearing voices, has made references to seeing children tapping on the windows of the jail, and said there is a machine in his head telling him to do crazy things. The paperwork says when the doctor interviewed Bigsby, he denied having those experiences and said he's never received psychiatric treatment in his life. Glenn Hanot says he's Bigsby's uncle and says this court process and the disappearance of Codi is taking a toll on his family.
That's our nephew, just like Cory is. Everybody's hurt.
In Hampton, Allison Basil, 13 News Now.
Wow.
A hearing for the second evaluation is set for March 31st. A Hampton Circuit Court clerk says there's no paperwork on file for the evaluation. Bigsby's attorney ordered, and because the judge didn't accept that information in the court. For more than a year, Codi's case has captured the attention of thousands of people in the community. All this time, no one has found little Codi. For the first time, 13 News Now is sitting down with Hampton Police Chief Mark Talbot. He says investigators are still actively looking into this case.
Absolutely not something that we've put away. I have probably put more time into this case in terms of emotion and thinking and writing than any other case in my career. And I've certainly put more resources into it in terms of number of people, number of man hours, if you will, into the investigation.
Monday night on 13 News Now at 6, Chief Talbot shares where the search for Codi stands today.
That's the guy that called him out.
This is my whole thing. Okay, he's saying that he's seen children knocking on the windows and this and that, but he denied
saying it
medical care. So, which really is it?
Right, exactly. I think that he is a psychopath. And you remember he was also in the oh shit, check this out. In the army too. A neighbor gives a glimpse.
Right, so he knew what he was capable of.
Yeah. A neighbor gave a glimpse into Cory's home.
Is speaking out, and they talked exclusively with.
The other big story we're following, the continued search for Codi Bigsby. As people keep looking for the missing 4-year-old, we're hearing from neighbors.
And for the first time, someone who lives near the Bigsby family is speaking out. And they talked exclusively with Andy Fox, who's in Hampton tonight with that part of the story.
On February 3rd, Cory Bigsby charged with 7 counts child neglect in jail without bond. This neighbor not surprised by that.
Not at all. Why? Because all I ever heard was crying all hours of the night, day, just yelling, kids mad, not adults yelling. It would be children, be crying, stomping on the floor. It's hardwood floors, you hear it.
The neighbor would bang back on the walls. But
when I was loud enough, if I mocked them, it would stop, which was infuriating. It's just, if you know that daily, it's the same thing. I didn't know that it was a bunch of children that young. I had no idea, but it was constant. Consistent.
It was clear the children had run of the upstairs and dad was sometimes gone.
It seemed like he was just absent. Like the kids just free will between the front room and the back room. I think that was what they were allowed to have, was this room and that room. And that's all you ever heard.
The neighbor said this about the children and never seen them.
Did you ever see the kids out in the yard playing?
No, and I would yell through the wall, let them go outside. Like I would yell through the wall.
Oh,
like, no kidding. Why can't they, we have fields.
The only time he saw the children, one time, up in that window, standing on that dresser.
I seen them one time when I was leaving out my apartment, maybe a year ago, maybe even longer. And they were standing on the dresser. Both of them were in diapers and just standing there waving.
Investigators have stopped by a few times, most recently Thursday.
Again, yesterday, two female officers came yesterday, pretty much asking the same questions, following up, making sure that I'd already been seen by the FBI and I've already been seen by the police, and they got my information also. So I've given them my information multiple times.
Cory Bigsby is charged with 7 counts of felony child neglect. He remains in jail without bond. In Hampton, Andy Fox, telling your side.
Poor babies. That's what I was talking about when I was talking about the neighbor Katie.
Right.
Seeing those kids and stuff. But there was something that we was watching many years ago, and I was like, I just can't take this. And I really want to see it. It was a bunch of the family and him sitting at a table, and they wasn't asking. It sounded like nobody gave a fuck about Codi. It was all about Cory. What should I search for? What was that? Cory Bigsby's
Cory Bigsby family gathering? I don't know.
Let me see. I put Cory Bigsby's family gathering in court. It was like I don't know what it was. It was like for hours and hours and hours, and I was like, what the fuck? And they wasn't even caring about that little boy. It was like him, his whole family was there. I remember watching it with y'all, and then we just turned it off because we was kind of disgusted. This is when this is it right here. For a briefing, Cory Bigsby's family lawyer announced 25. Yup, this is it.
And then I'm going to start out, and then I will let the family.
This is it.
Family talk. So,
What's so
I'm
low?
Amina Matheny Willard. My name is spelled Amina. My last name is hyphenated.
25K.
Willard. I am the attorney for Cory Bigsby.
It's so low, right?
To my left is Bonnie Chapman.
Let me see if
Yeah, it's pretty low.
And my shit is high as hell, so it's they shit. Let me see if I can find another one. This is they volume. Yeah, it's they stuff on their end. I hate when it's like that, they channel, you know?
Mr. Hennett is Cory Bigsby.
Let me see if I can find another one. Oh, what was the name of that? It was called
It said like full briefing.
For a Briefing, right? Okay, let me put that in. Cory Bigsby's family for a briefing. Hey, yep, pulled right up. Same thing though. Briefing family lawyers announced 25K reward. Oh, I guess for if you find Codi. Let me see. New conflict details. And let me see if there's another one like that. No, that was the only one. Bigsby family believes missing for Codi is alive. 25. That's just what the new. That's the bond hearing. Yeah, that was the only one. Damn. Oh, Cory Bigsby's attorney steps away from case. That was the only one. You want to hear that one?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Can you hear it a little bit on your side?
Yeah, I can.
Or do you want me to put something else on?
No, that's fine. I can hear it. It's just not very loud,
No,
but I
right?
still,
Yeah.
yeah, I still can hear it.
Okay. Let's see here.
Moving can be hard enough.
Look, the commercial
Make it
loud.
easier with Spectrum and set up an install plan that works
Ain't
for
that some
you.
shit?
The commercials always are.
Candelia Butler is Cory Bigsby's sister, and I've provided the spelling of everyone's name. Everybody got that? Those are the on-camera people. So the reason.
Hey, together. We break. Hey, mama.
conducting this this press
Good
conference
morning.
is, I guess it's multifold. One, the family would like to speak out about what is going on with two members of their family and how the Hampton Police Department and the Hampton Commonwealth Attorney's Office
It's very low.
has mishandled the treatment of both
I know.
family members. I can tell everyone that, and they will go into in more detail, but the first attorney that Cory Bigsby had told them not to talk to anyone, not to post on Facebook, not to engage. And one of the family members that is not here advised me as well that he told them to erase their social media profiles. So they had been given instruction not to talk to the media. When I came in the case, obviously, as everyone knows, my focus was on getting Cory out. That was my focus. That's what I attempted to do.
This is heartbreaking.
I began to engage with
the mother's on trial now.
About, talking to the media. So I actually
we heard a little brief of that.
They had been instructed not to talk to the media. And again, when I got in, my main focus was getting him out. So I didn't really have that discussion with them. But they have wanted to speak. They, again, were instructed not to. And so this press conference was really set up at the request of the family.
This part is old. We're just looking at stuff until they come back.
Representing Cory,
they just came back from lunch.
There's absolutely no reason that they shouldn't.
We were just looking at stuff.
So what I will do is I have kind of a brief timeline just to talk about the events that took place, how this case began, and then I'm going to let the family talk the majority of the press conference.
No, girl, you got to see what the mother said.
Cory went to the Hampton Police Department to report Codi missing.
She hold on, let me pause this for a minute, okay?
January 31st and now, there has never.
Because for those that's new and just coming in, you gotta go back and rewind the video or just go to Rhonda. But girl, the mother, I don't think she has nothing to do with. They're not saying that, but she's actually said that Cory had told her, girl, Codi, right, at the time, who was what, 2?
3.
3 years old at the time, was caught sexually fondling his brothers and sisters, and he don't know where he got it from, but he's gonna have to hurt him to defend his other kids. So they're trying to tell her like, well, why you didn't come get Codi? Why you didn't come to go get your kids? Because she haven't seen those kids in years. So the thing is, I think that this was a setup from the beginning with Cory.
Oh, absolutely. I think it was a plan all along. As soon as he got out, this was his plan.
Yes.
Everything on his end seemed very intentional. In the mom's testimony, she seemed like she was concerned, but she truly wasn't, because if she was that concerned about the threats he made about having to hurt Codi, she would have took all the sacrifices to help them kids.
And yeah, you're right. And I think that's what Kathy B was saying. Like, she didn't care, but I didn't get it at first. I don't know where my brain was, but y'all know it takes a minute for me.
But what Rada was saying in the beginning, it did seem like she was concerned, but the more that was being spoken said, she really didn't, because she would have made multiple police reports. She would have tried to figure out where he was. She would have contacted family. She could have went and filed for emergency custody through the courts.
Yeah. Exactly, because that's what I started thinking. Hey, Brianna Major, hi. Anybody want to come up here with me? Y'all could come up here. And then we on TikTok also. That's why I got the phone like this. So we on 2 Facebooks, YouTube and TikTok. So we got, hey, Miss Major. She always support me on TikTok. Together production says, if the child is funding the other children, then that means that child was exposed. So that's the
exactly.
type of
And my thing was, where was he learning it from? But Cory also admitted in that letter that he took a bath with one of his sons.
Right. Yes. Oh my God, the letter. Oh my God. Together we break. I read the letter earlier because we've been live. I got a lot. It started at 12, but I was here like 11:45, a little earlier. Girl. Oh, I don't know if you read that letter, but you ready for this? What I'm about to tell you? This man, after he beat Cory to death, he took a shit and wiped his poopy on Cory's body.
Cory did it to Codi. You keep saying Cory. Codi.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, babe.
It's okay.
Cory took a poopy and wiped his poopy on his unalive and beaten son's body. Disgusting. Disgusting. This man planned this from the get-go, I believe.
His confession letter makes it seem very intentional.
Exactly. And I think, remember when the baby mother was like, y'all will hear everything at the trial. This is the part that she meant, I think, when the part where she was saying, like, he had already said, allegedly, I'm going to do something to him.
Right. And I'm wondering if Cory was putting the blame on Codi for sexually touching the other children when
it was him.
Yes.
Exactly. And that's why I said before, I really want them to ask that boy, his son, was there any sexual abuse going on?
See, they haven't even got to him yet, so we'll be hearing that hopefully at break time.
Yes, this is like, ooh, my legs are shaking. I'm just like, woo.
I know my stomach's like in knots because I'm like, that was already a lot.
That was like, oh my God. Do y'all want to see that again, what she said?
And I understand why the defense attorney kept calling her good mama, because she played it off like she was a good mother.
A good mama. Yeah.
He was trying to interrogate her and make her feel guilty.
Exactly. Where's that thing at? Oh, I wonder if she gonna put it up there.
It should be on her page.
Oh, okay. This is her page right here.
I can't see it. I still see the YouTube video.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby.
You're all right.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay, this is her page. Oh, if I go to what you sent me. Yeah, right?
Yeah, it
right
should
here.
pull it. Yep.
Yes. Let's watch that again, because that was deep shit. Sometimes when you watch things again.
Well, that and we missed the beginning.
Oh, yeah. And here we go. Look, it was on her page. You're right.
And we
this was the beginning.
The first witness has testified
in
the Cory Bigsby case. I'm Rhodey Young reporting live, and we are on the scene of this right now. We will resume at 1:30. Guys, I got the camera turned this way as the jurors exit the building here in Hampton, Virginia. The prosecutor team is coming up.
Wait, is this it?
Prosecutor office. Hi, guys. Enjoy your lunch. Thank you. As the officer leave the courtroom.
Yeah, this
Have a
is
great
it.
lunch.
This
Thank
is
you.
it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, guys, also Cory Bigsby is in the building today. Guys, we're going on break right now until 1:30. I'm doing my best to make sure I don't capture.
We got it for you. We playing it for you right now.
The jurors, but how do you do that when you don't know which one is which? Anyway, guys, we're breaking news, guys. We have heard from the first witness for the prosecuting attorney, which was Cory Bigsby's mother. She did appear in court today. Guys, she got
Hold on, TikTok.
Guys.
I'm sorry, TikTok.
And she was wearing some black pants. When she appeared in court today, she had a black pants on, black and white chocolate shirt, and I think a pink top. Okay, she had on some black pants, a purple sweater, and a black and white checkerboard shirt. Doing the opening statements here in Hampton, Virginia, guys. Before we went, after the jury was picked, they told us, ask anyone whether wearing anything to represent baby Codi, and if so, it has to be removed, to include all T-shirts, buttons, or anything with baby Codi face on it, so it don't lead and direct the jurors. Guys, we had a couple of people. I had a pin on, and 2 people had to go change their shirt inside out so that their shirt won't represent baby Codi, and that this will be a fair case here in Hampton, Virginia. At 10:45, the T-shirts were removed. At 10:45, the jurors re-enter the courthouse. At 10:45, Mr. Bell asked to suppress all witness. The uncle now.
Exactly, together. I gave notice for this mother. However, really feel for the mom. Has some.
That's the cousin, nephew, the uncle, Mr. Bigsby. How you doing? And the auntie.
Some sexual.
Watch your step, auntie.
He look like he is a predator.
You're welcome.
Yeah, he there's more to this. Way more. How's your throat feeling,
right
Mama?
now? It's trial time, so we're really not asking no questions as they leave out and go to lunch, guys. At 10:45, Mr. Bear asked to suppress all witness.
This was sweat, but it's not.
At 11:55, opening statement. Prosecuting attorney, team. Security, Mr. Bear, and his team.
You're welcome, Mama.
Let me go back. It's trial time, so we won't be asking no questions.
I want to ask you this. I want to ask you something. I want you to be a part of what we're doing. I was telling you.
The small groups from Facebook, Sence Women's in the Notebook.
I'll wait till after this.
She was emotional during the trial. Mr. Bell, Commonwealth Office. Nancy, that's been out here as well.
Good, Nancy, that's my baby.
Also, Miss Anita, Miss Annette, also out here, guys. Social media, Sence Women's in the Notebook.
They all seem very emotional.
Other, groups, guys. Can I ask y'all before y'all go break? Why are you so emotional?
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like we failed as a community. Like, I feel like more people should know about Codi being missing.
Wow.
He's nationwide, Amanda. He's nationwide.
There's not a whole lot we can do. We ain't had nothing to work with. We did all we could possibly do. We searched high and low.
Yeah, we
did what we could do with what we had. We ain't have a whole lot to go on. So what we did the best we could. Yeah, all we can do is just pray for the outcome that justice is served for this baby. Right.
It just feel like we failed. Like I feel like I failed because we didn't get enough people to know that Codi ain't here.
It's been 5 months before he reported him missing. It was 5 months ago. So what could we have possibly done that he already took the time to get rid of the evidence? It's nothing that we could have done. We've done all we could try to do.
Feels so guilty, and it's not her fault.
Can we just say allegedly?
Okay. Allegedly, 5 months ago. We 5 months behind.
And we can still search. You know, we talked about that yesterday. We can still.
Right now, it's the focus on the justice. There needs to be justice.
What would you like to say, man, right now is what?
There needs to be justice.
That's right.
We can't go back and forth of what we didn't do or could have done. Right now, the facts, the evidence needs to come out and that there be justice. So this can be, whether we don't have Codi's body or not, there needs to be someone accountable.
That's right.
And the only one that looks like that can be accountable
is the father.
Is Cory Bigsby.
Exactly.
What would you like to say, Nancy?
I'm in agreement that there needs to be justice for Codi, and it's looking, just from one testimony, it's looking that.
I want to ask you guys a question. If you have to come in a little bit listen that to. I want to ask y'all a question. Mr. Brown did make a valuable point to the mother. How concerned and how good of a mother are you if you did not call the police when Cory allegedly wrote a note and said that if baby Codi allegedly sexually touched the twins again, he was gonna kill them. What would been your initial response as a mother?
Me as a mother, I probably would have brushed it off too because I'm not thinking it's that serious. My child is only 3 years old. How does he know how to fondle another child? So of course I wouldn't have taken it serious. And then to keep badgering her about whether she took her child or not. A lot of times when the children are with you, you take care of them. The responsibility lies on you. When the child is with me, responsibility lies on me. That doesn't make her a bad mother. The lady tried to do what she thought was best for her children and leave them with the father, take turns, co-parent with the father, and for her to.
And yes, they need to check and she was sick. Wow. So she's living in one state. He's here as a co-parent. Do your part. If you cared enough about your child, if you thought your child was
she was sick,
doing anything appropriate, then step up to the plate and say, I'm gonna help my child. Because something has happened that if he allegedly did these things, you need to find out who did it to him.
Correct. Wow.
Okay.
Miss Annette, what is your take on this case?
I'm like Miss Angela. I would have blew it off too. You know what I mean? I'd have thought it was a real joke because the baby was only 2-3 years old. You know what I mean? Where did he get that from? You know what I mean? Who he been around or who you had him around? And if he did, you felt like he did need to see a psychiatrist, he's with you. Why didn't you take it?
Wow. What about you, Amanda?
I feel like the dad should have took responsibility. If he needed him to go to the psychiatrist, he should have did it. Just like if he was with him at that time, he should have provided for his kids.
But it still doesn't take off him allegedly saying he was going to hurt the child.
Right.
He was going to hurt the child. He said that in his email, allegedly. So
I'll be right back.
I wish I had this other thing that
Mr. Brown, the defense attorney, Amina Medley Willard, Mr. Singleton did the opening statements for the courts today. He did a really good job opening up for Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown is holding it down. Also, his sister is in town right now. I'm Rhoda Young Live, and we are on the scene of this right now. They're doing a wonderful job with the attorney. You got kicked off the case.
I was struck.
You were struck off as a juror. So let me ask you this. But you came back and sat down in the courtroom. What drawed your interest since you're not being a juror no more? What's your interest in the case?
Well, I've been through the process 2 days already, so I figured I might as well just hang around and check it out and see how it goes through the initial opening statements. And very interesting.
Very interesting. Were you hoping to be? I thought you might want to be up there. You look like the type of person that wanted to be a juror. Did you want to be one or didn't you want?
I mean, I was ready to fulfill my duty if I had to be one. So I was either way.
Were you the juror that he kept saying falling asleep?
Yeah, that was me. Like, where did that come from?
Yeah, because I asked somebody yesterday, hey, the man over there asleep. And then the day when I came to court, Mr. Brown said, yeah, we got rid of that one because number 35, right? You were 35.
I was 35.
35 was asleep yesterday. I asked him out loud, is you over there asleep? Why'd you sleep, sir?
No, I was cleaning my glasses off. And he's so animated. He cracks me up if you ask me.
He's still mad at you.
No, he's very animated.
Oh, he's animated. He is very animated, guys. He made the court case fun, guys. At the end of the day, this jury number 35, who was accused of allegedly being asleep during the jury process, and now he's no longer a juror, so he's sitting on the same bench with me, watching the show here at the case, not the show, about baby Codi. Cory Bigsby been charged with murder here in Hampton, Virginia.
That's right.
I ain't gonna ask you what you think because you don't have no information yet.
Not yet.
Are you gonna follow the case all the way through?
Oh yeah.
All right. Yes, sir. How much do a juror get paid anyway?
I think it's $50 a day.
$50 a day.
$50.
I made $50 in a minute. Don't call me as a juror. I'm kind of nosy. I always wonder why people like him and people like myself that want to be jurors don't get chosen. I never got picked, but at least you made it to the hot seat.
I got there. I got struck.
You got struck. He say, hold on, something. Right like that. He say, boop, you out.
Yeah,
I love you. I see you after lunch.
All right, take care.
Thank you. Guys, I don't know where they're going there for lunch, guys, but she told me, she gonna tell me, girl, shut up. I said, girl, if you don't stop making all that noise, you gonna get us kicked out. Look, the people over there, all the prosecutor attorneys, everybody looked at you, but you was becoming emotionally involved in the case.
Yes, I'm the grandmother.
Oh, you the grandma of baby Codi?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Oh, nice to meet you. Oh, so guys, anyway, that was baby Codi's grandmother, and she was becoming emotional. Not emotional, but she was making some type of noise. And the prosecutor attorney asked her to they was looking like they were gonna kick her out. So I said, shh, you gonna get us kicked out? She was like, girl, please. But come to find out she is baby Codi's grandmother. Guys, doing the opening statement here at 11:55, it took off. A case, and it started off with Mr. Cory, with the prosecutor attorney here in Hampton, Virginia. Guys, the prosecutor attorney here in Hampton, Virginia started off with not Mr. Brown, not Mr. Anton Dale, but his assistant started off. I need to learn his name because I want to call him by his name. His assistant started off. He said, a case you have heard today will be a difficult case where Cory, okay, let me start over. You wrote this second time. Remember, we got to write in shorthands, girl. I feel like I got compatona or something in my wrist trying to write all this stuff as fast as they speak.
You might do.
Opening statement, 11:55 exactly. A case you are about to hear today will be a difficult one. Where is Codi? What happened to him January 22nd, 2022? No sign of Codi. As you listen to the witness, you will hear the defendant start to lie. And it's so also y'all so jump up.
It's okay, girl.
No sign of baby Codi. And as you listen to the witness, you will hear
they already
different lies
came
or
from
different
lunch,
stories. And
right?
baby Codi had 3 brothers that was living with him.
What's the question?
He said on June 21st,
they came from lunch already,
he went
right?
missing.
Yeah, they're already back in
Between
session.
August and
Yeah,
December,
they back in session already.
Cory Bigsby wrote a letter while
They've
he was
been
in
back
jail
in for
where
a
he
half hour.
details how he beat his son to death
They've
and
been
put
back
his
in for
body
a
in
half
a
hour.
bag.
Yeah.
Before he
It's gonna
placed
be a
baby
little
Codi
while.
body in a bag,
That's why we're showing
allegedly,
you this.
Mr.
'Cause
Cory
she just did
Bigsby,
this earlier
after he
before they
beat
went
baby
to
Codi to
before they
death,
went to lunch.
took his dead body and laid it in the bed with
This is
his
them
older brother
questioning the
DJ,
mother, Cody's
and
mother.
took his favorite child to an amusement park. And they said during the time of Cory Bigsby, baby Codi's death, Cory Bigsby allegedly took his favorite child to the amusement park several times as Cory Bigsby was dead. He said that Cory Bigsby called 911 and told them that his son was missing here in Hampton, Virginia. And the police was dispatched out to his home. They say Cory Bigsby allowed the police and the detectives and the FBI to enter his home and search his home. And also he volunteered and went down to the police station with the police department. It was many tips because the public, they say, was worried about baby Codi and wanted baby Codi home. But all the tips that they was receiving led to a dead end because baby Codi allegedly have not been with us in a long time. I'm forgetting something so weird. I know what I'm forgetting. On the night that baby Codi went missing, Cory Bigsby said baby Codi allegedly woke up early in the morning, about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and walked into his father's room, Cory Bigsby, where he told his father, it's snowing outside and I would like to go outside and play in the snow. This is what Cory Bigsby allegedly told the detectives that happened to baby Codi. He said, baby Codi said, can I go out and play in the snow? Can you come with me? The dad, Mr. Bigsby, told him no and go back to bed. Mr. Bigsby said he fell back to sleep, not thinking no much more of it. The next morning when he got up and gathered all the kids together, he went looking for baby Codi. And baby Codi was not seen or heard from. And that's how baby Codi got out and became missing, because allegedly he wanted to go play in the snow at 4 o'clock in the morning while everybody else was sound asleep. On January 31st,
I said that. Yep. We're going to try to pull that shit. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's what I said.
On January 31st, I called a 911 about, I wrote so much shit. I got to get it right.
But they say he could stand trial. He tried that already. They say he could stand trial.
He let the police say he let the police come and search his home and question him for hours. They arrested him for child neglect. They looked everywhere for baby Codi, and he was not found. Pay attention to the facts of the evidence. He said they brought cameras into the jail. He felt like wires was in his head. This is all messed up. This is all messed up. Okay, who needs notes when you was there? I don't. Take it from scratch. Report the news like you always have, Rhoda. You sat there, you listened to it, you tried to write everything. You write, because when you write, you install the information to your head. You know the story better than
That's right.
Else. Tell a story, Rhoda. Tell a story.
That's right, girl.
All right. Today, doing opening statement, guys.
Go ahead,
the prosecuting attorney of Hampton, Virginia, opened up first. Mr. Bell allowed his assistant to do the opening statement. He addressed the witness. He addressed the jurors with this right here. He said, guys, today y'all going to be fed a lot of information. And this is not word verbatim, and this is all allegedly. This is just how I proceeded. He said, y'all can hear many stories that's happening, many different people that's going to come up here and be a witness and testify about what happened to baby Codi. He said, I want you guys to understand, baby Codi did not go missing when his dad reported him. He was missing ever since June 21st, 2021 or 21. He said that Cory Bigsby reported baby Codi missing 5 months after he was already missing. He said he had time to decide what he was going to say, what he was going to have about it, what he was going to do about baby Codi going missing. He said baby Codi was beat to death by the hands of his father. He beat him until he died. He said once he died and was deceased, he said that Cory Bigsby allegedly picked up the lifeless baby body and walked him into the bedroom where his older brother lied there. He said his older brother DJ lied in the bed sleeping when Cory Bigsby allegedly took the deceased body of the 3-year-old at that time and placed him in the bed with his brother. He said then the next day, he woke the child up that he liked the most and took them to an amusement park.
Oh, wow.
Took them to an amusement park to have fun while Codi Bigsby dead body lay still. Allegedly, somebody said he said they shitted, he shitted, and allegedly white shit on the baby. Put his body in a trash bag, allegedly, and then disposed of him.
He forgot
he said nobody has seen or heard from baby Codi since that day. He said Cory Bigsby allegedly calculated a story and called 911 and told them some wild, crazy story like this. That baby Codi walked into his bedroom around 4 o'clock that morning in January. It was snowing in Virginia, had snow on the ground about this thick. He said he woke Daddy up. Daddy, can we go outside in the snow and play? He said he told Cory Bigsby, told baby Codi, no, go back to bed. Cory Bigsby said he went back to sleep under the impression that his child went back in his bedroom and went to bed. When he woke up the next morning and realized that baby Codi was not in the house after he gathered the rest of the kids, he called 911. Once he dialed 911, an investigation was launched out for the missing and the disappearing of baby Codi. The police and the detectives came out to the house out here in Hampton, Virginia. When they got to the house, Cory Bigsby allowed everybody to come in and search his house. As they went through the house and started searching the house, they felt like something just wasn't right with the story that Cory Bigsby was telling the Hampton police and the detectives. So they lured him on downtown to here to the jailhouse.
Mm-hmm.
They told him come in for questioning to get more information. But at the time, they kept interviewing him, trying to get the confession out of him of what really happened to his son, because nobody really believed his story. They say Cory Bigsby was questioned for hours. He said that he never asked to leave himself. They said during the process of him being arrested, they found out that he has been neglectful to the rest of the kids that was in the house and had left them children home alone. So they decided to make an arrest of Cory Bigsby for child neglect. Therefore, oh, thank you, babe. I love you. Thank you. They decided to make an arrest for Cory Bigsby on child neglect. At the initial time, he was only charged with 7 different charges of child neglect. They say then they put an on-call out and let the public know there was a missing child, 4-year-old, missing in Hampton, Virginia. The public went crazy. Everybody and their mama wanted to know what really happened to baby Codi. Guys, so they started getting false tips. This is what they said during the opening statement. They started getting false leads. We seen them over here. We seen them over there. They said they went all around, but everywhere they went, they came up to a dead end. They said, guys, believe this case right here, that baby Codi died by the hands of his father. The same man that's supposed to protect him stole his life. And then they closed the case and turned it over to the defense team. Mr. Brown. Instead of Mr. Brown, the defense team opening up, he allowed his assistant to open up, Mr. Singleton. Mr. Singleton got up there. He addressed the jury as well. He said, guys, this is what happened. And he told the story that Cory Bigsby told about the baby wanting to play in the snow. He said that Cory Bigsby don't have no reason to kill his child. He said they're going to get a lot of people to come up here and testify and mislead y'all, but y'all must judge and find him guilty on facts and not opinions. They have to bring you evidence and proof that this happened. He said you're going to see throughout the trial that some of these dates and things ain't going to add up. Everything ain't going to matter. He said they're going to bring you old messages and old letters and stuff, but they're not going to tell you how they got them and how calculated it was when they went to get them. They ain't going to tell you about how Hampton Police Department went over to the regional jail and over here at this jail and took cameras inside of the jailhouse where Cory Bigsby was at and recorded him and everything, trying to get a confession. He said they ain't going to show you, guys, this is just my opinion, how I perceived it. They're not going to show you how they mentally drove him insane to the fact that Cory Bigsby started thinking that people had wires hooked up to his head, because it was been investigated and interrogated so much. They said they ain't gonna tell you that those letters that they wrote, that you see different timelines and things on it. 1 minute he killed them, 1 minute he burned them, 1 minute he shitted on them. He said they ain't gonna tell you that they were mentally driving the man insane and he was trying to do anything to get a peace of mind. He said they're not gonna tell you that. He said, look at the paperwork that you see, and you'll see that this man was talking out of his head. He said, that's part of what they do when they're trying to get a confession out of you. He said, guys, you are here for evidence and proof, not your opinion. Do not be misled and don't get confused at how they're going to try to present this case in front of you. He said they already started to make you think a certain way when they keep saying they ain't got nobody. He said he keep trying to remind you they ain't got nobody because they ain't got no evidence. But you have a burden of proof without a reasonable doubt. He said not your opinion, not how you feel, but by the evidence that's presented to you. He said, now rest my case. Mr. Anton Bell stood up and said, I'm about to call my first witness to the stand. At 11:10, Mr. Bell, the prosecutor attorney, the head prosecutor attorney over this case right here.
No, that's right,
called
Chicago.
Adina Abrula. I said her name wrong, but baby Codi's mother, as the first witness, like I told you yesterday, to testify about the whereabouts of her son. Mr. Bell said to her as she got on the stage, good morning. State your name and also spell it. He asked her, do you know Cory Bigsby? She said, yes. He said, can you point him out? She said, boop, right there. Who is he to you? Mr. Anton Bell said. She answered, my children's father. He said, what are their birthdays? And she did something like this. Don't quote me because I'm trying to write a lot of stuff. I might have made a mistake, but I'm trying to get to you the best that I know how. 12/24/16, January 12/18, and June the 12th. He asked her, how many years were you and Mr. Bigsby in a relationship? She said, we was in a relationship for 4 years, and it ended in 2019. He asked her, where did you live? When did it end? Where did you go after the relationship ended? She said, I moved to D.C. He said, did you take all the children with you? She said, I took 3 kids with me and her daughter. She said, I took 3 of my sons and my daughter. And she left the Cory, the oldest one. She also said that she had to leave suddenly. The Commonwealth showed her a picture, which they entered to the courts as evidence number 1. It was a picture of baby Codi. When she looked at her son picture, you could see her getting emotional about the situation. Tears started forming in her eyes as she held her head down, reminiscing on her child. She said eventually she got all 4 of her kids back after she left. He said, did Cory Bigsby ever come see the kids? She said, yes, he used to visit. Cory, he asked her, how did Cory Bigsby end up with the children? She said, well, Cory Bigsby called me and said he's a free man now and he would like to raise our kids and co-parent. So she agreed to allow him to raise the kids and they co-parent, under the impression they were going to have an open relationship when it comes to the kids. She thought she could pick up the phone at any time and call and see how her kids doing. She thought she could drive on down here sometimes and come visit her babies. But guess what? According to her, that didn't happen. He allegedly filed for, Commonwealth said, asked her, how did he end up with the kids? She said he eventually filed for custody for the oldest child and one of the twins. He said, huh? She said eventually Cory Bigsby filed for custody of the oldest child and one twin. And the courtroom was like, what? Why one twin? Because he only believed, allegedly, one of them was his. He didn't want baby Codi, she said, because he act like a mama boy. I thought they won't say he thought it wasn't his, but the mama said Cory allegedly said he won't baby Codi because he was acting like a mama boy. Get somewhere now. And that other twin ain't mine, she said. Go find his daddy because I'm not the daddy to the other twin. K-Bo. Did you allow all 4 of the kids to come to Hampton? Her answer was yes. He asked her, did you allow all 4 kids to come here and live with Mr. Cory Bigsby in Hampton, Virginia? Mr. Antoine Bell asked her, and she replied, yes, I did. He asked her why. She said, well, they can live with their father. He asked her, did she have any medical issues during that time? She said, yes, I was hospitalized. And for that reason, she allowed them to come down here and stay with their father. He said, how did y'all do the transferring of the kids? She told him, we met in between the way, between Hampton, Virginia, and in between Washington, D.C. And we met at a 7-Eleven, and we swapped off the kids. She said, under the impression that I'm going to have visitation rights to see my babies. I ain't know the man was going to take my kids. No, yet, allegedly murder him. He asked her, did you ever visit your children? Her answer was no, I never knew his address. He wanted to know, Mr. Anton Bell, the prosecutor attorney, wanted to know, how did y'all communicate then? She said, by email. And she started throwing out some email address. One of them was C.B.78, something. She said she was expected that she would be able to reach her kids when she wanted to, but that didn't happen. She said he ghosted me once he got my babies. He ghosted me. He said, describe what transpired. She said, I was only able to speak to them on their birthday. They was never reachable when I called or tried to see them. But Cory Bigsby assured them that they was okay and that they could co-parent. Mr. Brown did, the defense attorney, object to that. He said, objection, Your Honor. She said, let me rephrase that. I was not allowed access to my children. And they swapped custody November 1st, 2020 at the 7-Eleven in between Hampton and Washington, D.C. She never stated what city or county. The judge reminded Anton Bell to ask questions and do not ask leading and directing questions. Because Mr. Brown said that Anton Bell was leading and directing the witness. They want to know, did you ever receive a picture or anything of the kids or the years that you didn't see them? She said yes, for their birthday. And he said, what was the last picture that you seen of last time you received a picture of your kids? And she said, the last picture I received of any of my kids was June 14, 2021, the twins' birthday party. Commonwealth showed the picture of baby Codi, exhibit number 1. Is this it? Is this the last photo that you saw of your son? Back on. The mother, the witness number 1, say yes, as she emotionally looked down. Hey, TikTok. Cory Bigsby said baby Codi was messing with. She said the last time she heard from Cory, well, she said one time, he said, did you have any communication with Cory Bigsby at all? She said last communication that Cory Bigsby and I had is when Cory Bigsby emailed me and said that baby Codi was sexually messing with his brothers, the twins.
Facebook is
that he was fondling with the twins. Remember, baby Codi at this time is only 3 years old. And it's an email that says that Cory Bigsby accused baby Codi of fondling his sister and brother at 3 years old.
It's fucking insane.
Cory said
crazy, right?
that baby Codi was messing with his twins several times sexually by a phone call. It was by a phone call, okay? At 11:28, the jury asked for a notepad. Once they heard that Cory alleged that a 3-year-old was sexually messing with the baby, they wanted notepads. They wanted to start taking some notes. So the judge stopped and said, "Hey, we're passing out notepads." And he asked the Commonwealth attorney, Mr. Bell, to repeat the questions so that the jurors can write down the dates that has already been spoken. The dates that was spoken was November 1st, 2021. That's when they moved down here to Hampton. And the other date that was spoken was June 14th, 2021, when the photo was sent.
Because he thought Codi.
So the jurors was able to document that date. An email was given.
That's what I think too together, because he took a bath with his son after he was
Cory Bigsby. The email read as this.
Yeah. I hope the other son tells everything.
After the judge instructed the Commonwealth to redirect the dates, he came back with a date, April 8th, 2021. He came back on a date, April 8th, 2021. Email was given and read. Cory Bigsby emails the mother. He's still doing the same thing. He's still doing the same stuff. He got caught by DJ, which is the older brother. Baby Codi 3, so DJ probably 4 or 5 at the time. He got caught by DJ doing the same thing, touching on the twins sexually.
It's crazy.
He said in the email, "I do not want to hurt him by protecting my other babies."
Look at that. Look at that together.
And I don't know where he get this from. So he emailed her, the mother, the first witness on testimony. Got the email in court, exhibit number 2. He's doing it again. Our oldest son, that's 4 or 5, caught him, a 3-year-old, touching the twins. They had to be 1 or 2, playing with their private stuff. He said in the email, if you don't do something, stop this, I'm gonna have to hurt him, protecting my other kids. He needs some type of counseling, because I don't know where he get this from. That was the last time she heard anything about baby Codi.
Wow.
Allegedly.
Wow.
They would have known since he was having issues with baby Codi. He returned baby Codi home to his mama.
Right.
Since baby Codi would have all these emotional issues and emotional roller coaster, and is a rapist allegedly at the age of 3. Did he bring her back home to you? The mother responded, no. Have you talked to baby Codi since the allegation? And the mother responded yet again, no.
What's up, TikTok?
Have you seen him since then? The mother responded, no. She had not seen none of the kids at that time before this investigation started. June 21st, January 22nd, any contact or any interaction? No. Commonwealth asked. So you ain't seen them? You ain't contacted? No interaction? No, the mother replied. Did you make any type of attempts, Commonwealth Bail asked the mother, first witness. Yes, she responded. I made several attempts to reach my kids. January 2022, did you reach him? She said, I tried to email him. January 15th, where are my kids? She said, I emailed him. Where's my kids? She said, I care deeply for my kids, and I'm very concerned about their well-being. She emailed her kid's father with no reveal. January the 22nd or the 20th, she was contacted by the Hampton Police Department on the phone, because she up in D.C., the mother, and said that your child is missing.
Hey, James Green.
The Commonwealth Attorney, Mr. Bell, said, when you got that call, what did you do when you got that call for the Hampton Police Department? She said, I got in my car.
Codi
I headed straight to Hampton, Virginia,
trial.
to the police department, and sat down with the detectives and told them his father threatened to harm my son. And I told him about the email that I received. That's what I did. I came straight here, wondering
uncles that
where was my baby at.
You can wait for my child. Go by him now. Don't sit on his hand.
11:38, Mr. Bell gave the case over to Mr. Brown, the defense attorney, time now to question the first witness, Mr. Ball, a bull, whatever her name is.
Come on over,
Cory Bigsby, mother.
Let me put my.
Mr. Brown got up at 11:38 and said, first of all, you have 4 kids. No, he said, first of all, you had 4 kids by a man in 2 years. That was his first question. He said, are you telling me you had 4 kids by a man in 2 years? She said, no. He said, so what you telling me? She said, between 2016 and 2019, I had 4 kids because I had a set of twins. He said, you left? Did you take the kids with you? The defense attorney asked Mr. Brown. She said, yes. He said, okay, man. All right. You a good mama, ain't you? He said, you're a good mama. I like you. You're a good mama. You're a good mama. Yeah, a good mama who haven't seen her 4 kids in 4 years. He said, now tell the judge, good mama, the last time you seen your kids since you're such a good mama. He said, come on down, good mama. Tell the people, good mama, when the last time you seen your kids. Good mama. He kept using that word, good mama.
But she was trying to make it seem like she's such a good mother and everything, but she really didn't. She didn't do shit.
Oh, she said November 1st. Her response was November 1st, 2020. He said, good mama. November 1st, 2020. You're a real good mama. He said, a good mother, no emails, no phone calls. And you call yourself a good mama? I ain't lying. But then he said, oh, look, but then he said that. He said it, right? She was in the courtroom. He said it. He said, no phone calls, no emails, no vision, and you call yourself a good mama.
And you got an email saying your child was in trouble in April.
Come on, she got an email in April and did nothing about it. And did nothing about it.
I would have been there the next
The next day.
Not the next day.
That day. The man. Come on. Cause everybody spoke for the other side. We need somebody to speak for Cory's side. Now, I'm talking about. We just talking about what we ain't talking about side. I'm saying we talking about
loss of a child.
I know the loss of a child, but he have the right to have people to speak. We just keeping it open. Let me just say this.
I'm praying for the whole thing.
The whole everybody.
Very, very, very serious.
I know, but I'm saying this is not about no sides. I'm talking about telling the story. So the story was that Cory Bigsby emailed her and said that the child allegedly was sexually touching. I love you too. The email was that Cory Bigsby allegedly was to email her and say he was touching the kids. And if he keep doing it, he gonna have to.
But not
he go
somebody else emailed it.
No, it was him.
Oh, and who was touching the kids?
That baby Cody was touching the twins, the younger brothers.
Oh.
And he said that if I hate to have to hurt him to protect my other kids. Once a man tell you they're gonna hurt your child or kill your child, you supposed to come and get them.
But it hurts.
Hurts.
Anytime there's discord,
hurts.
They're not on the one accord, then you're supposed to jump in.
Right.
That's what that is all about. Have a good day.
You took now.
Let me ask you off of this.
Okay.
Can we look at this?
It's live right now. It's live streaming right now. It's like I can give you my thing. You can see it. Yeah. It's live streaming right now. It's on Facebook.
Okay, underneath.
Rhoda Young. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. Rhoda Young. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. He said, a good mother, no emails, no phone calls. You call yourself a good, okay. He said, all right. Then he go back. He said, good mother that have not contacted. She answered. A good mother have not contacted your kids. She answered. The answer was, I constantly tried to contact my children from 2020 and could not contact them. She said, I constantly try to contact them. He said, well, how did Cory get the kids? She said, like I said, I met him between Hampton and Washington, D.C. And we met at a 7-Eleven. I dropped them off. The defense attorney, Mr. Brown, said, out of 4 years, you did not know none of the relatives, Cory Bigsby relatives. You don't know his kids at, but you was with him for 4 years. You telling me you don't know where none of his relatives lived at? You didn't take it to try to go find his mama, cousin, auntie, nobody, to find out where he lived at so you can locate your kids.
Hey, Kenny Omega, the Young Buck. We are covering the Cory Bigsby trial for murdering his.
He said, he said you did not. He said you did not.
Bigsby.
Please, what time is it?
His mother is speaking on trial.
What time I'll be back? Where y'all get some eat from? Okay.
He was holding them kids hostage as a way to control her. I have seen it happen before.
Yes.
Me too, girl.
Yes. He said out of 4 years, you did not know nobody out of his family.
Like that. Yeah.
You didn't try to contact no cousins, no nieces, no uncle, nobody to tell them they're coming back in. Cory Bigsby and his family is coming back in to the
y'all
courthouse.
seen it? There he
Right
go.
there. What's up, man? I love you. Them kind of made, come here and say this to you. Kind of made sense out of 4 years, you can't contact nobody about your kid. I know you can't say nothing. They entering back into the court. Cory Bigsby family entering back in the court. She said, me and his family was not on good terms. She said, so the answer, he said, I didn't ask you that. He said, answer the question. Did you contact anybody out of Cory Bigsby family and try to find out where your kids was at, good mama? She said, no. He said, if you was concerned about your kids, did you call the police? She said, I called the police in 2017. Mr. Brown said
2007. That's years later.
2017. Wait a minute. I thought y'all was together in 2000. He said, how old your kids now? She said, oh, that's when we only had one child. He said, I'm talking about when you come find your kids. Did you call the police now? All that time, he said, about 15 months, you ain't be able to contact your kids. In 15 months, did you call the police in 15 months and tell them that you can't locate your kids and can't get in contact with the father?
If you do not get along with the family, they are not going to tell you nothing.
Yes or no?
She didn't even know the family. I don't think she knows
no.
his family.
He said the email that you're talking about, that you brought down here, you tell everybody that he emailed you, talking about a threat. He said, what about the email? He said, did you really think the man was gonna harm your kids and you ain't call the police? Good mama. He said, so you telling me that this man threatened to kill your kids or threatened your kids to harm your kids, good mama, and you didn't call the police? And she said yes. When he said the email, did you think it was a threat? She said yes. He said, did you think the email was a threat? She said yes. He said, so did you call the police? And she said no. He said, so you thought it was a threat and you believe it was a threat, but you didn't call the police. He said, okay, good mama. Angie's so short. He wanted to know did the mother and Mr. Cory Bigsby ever get married? And she said no. He said, okay, but you got 4 kids, you never get married. Why the man didn't marry? You got 4 kids. He said, so your kids born out of wedlock? The defense attorney, prosecutor attorney Anton Bear said, I object. Mr. Brown and them going back into the courtroom. They're going back into the courtroom. Going back into the courtroom. They're going back into the courtroom. Defense attorney and them going back into the courtroom. Mr. Singleton. He asked him, where was your hospitalized at? Where was hospitalized at? Well, Mr. Anton Bell objected to that. He said, come on, y'all. They just doing too much. He's just doing too much. She said, I left Hampton in 2019. He said, November 1st, 2020. What did you do? She said, I brought Cory the children, and we met halfway. The defense attorney said, Cory told you you could reach him whenever you wanted to. She said, yes, he did. He had the defense attorney asked, when did you receive that picture, exhibit number 1? She said, on the twins' birthday. Mr. Brown, defense attorney, said, did you email that you wanted to see the kids? So you could call them. Did you email them that you wanted to see the kids? Oh, got a lot more to go. Court about to start. That went quick. The defense attorney, Mr. Brown, asked the mother, the first witness of this case, this murder trial here of baby Codi in Hampton, Virginia.
She has no idea where they are.
Did you talk to the
public, a family matter?
The public prosecutor office before you came here? Did you talk to Anton Bell?
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
Answer the question. Did y'all talk before you come to court?
Now that you're here, because you know about CPS and stuff.
Did you talk to him? She said yes. He said, how many times have you talked to him before you came to court? Come on now, tell us. How many times did the prosecutor attorney call you and y'all talk before you came to court? I don't know. Oh, you don't know now, huh? Oh, you don't know now. You don't know how many times he called you and how many times y'all talked about the case. Oh, you don't know. Okay.
All right, TikTok. So if you want to, you could come join my Facebook. Come join my Brooklynsquad YouTube platform. I appreciate it. I'm going to drop a bunch of shorts for you guys.
Did they interview DJ, the witness, the 7-year-old witness, the oldest child? She said yes. He said, did you go in with him when they interviewed him, prosecutor attorney? She said, no. He said, so, okay. So the prosecutor attorney took the 7-year-old witness into the witness room to interview him about this case today by himself. She said, yes. He said, okay. All right. So they interviewed the 7-year-old by themselves, and you weren't present. Nobody was like, he said, okay, prosecutor attorney. Mr. Brown wanted to know, was this a custody battle between her and Cory Bigsby? And I think she answered the word no. She said they came up with a decision to drop the kids off and co-parent. He said, but you came here and told the police that Cory did something to your son. He said, y'all made a decision. He said, but you came here and told the police department that Cory Bigsby did something to your son. He said, is it true that you wanted custody of the other 3 kids? And y'all was going through a custody battle? And that's why you came and told them that Cory Bigsby did
Join us
something to your
tonight
son?
at 7:30,
Because
8
you
o'clock
wanted
tonight together.
the kids anyway? She said, is it
Got that
true
new
that
case.
y'all was going through a custody battle and you want the kids back? And that was a perfect opportunity to get the other 3 kids.
That missing girl.
Answer the question.
If you want, it'd be nice to you don't join us. I'll send you the
He said, correct?
Oh man, you're not on Facebook or
He said, man, you got custody and took them back with you. April 21st through January 21st, you haven't seen the kids. No, and you haven't seen them since November 1st, 2020. He said, did you ever send them some money? Since Cory, good mama. Since Cory is raising your 4 kids, did you ever send them any money to help them out? He never asked for that. Did you ever send him any money? I'm asking you, good mama, to help the man out that's raising your 4 kids. She said, yeah, one time he asked me for $150. He said, out of 15 months, you left her with 4 kids and you only sent him $150. Okay, good mama. He said, good mama, did you buy him any clothes? For 15 months, did you buy him any clothes? She said, my kids was good. They was well taken care of. They ain't need no clothes. They daddy had them. He said, oh, you're a good mama. Did you have a job? Good mama? Did you have a job? She said, yes. He said, where did you work at, good mama? Sending $150 for 15 out of 15 months with a job. Look at the picture. Do you see your son in distress? She said, yes. Did you ever see Cory harm the kids in 4 years when y'all was together? She said, no. What's the twins' name? Then she said K-Roll and Cole. So when Cory emailed you, Codi was 3. Yes. Did you see Cory do any bad things to the children in those 3 years? He asked, and she said no. When he said, I am free, on that email that y'all read out with the prosecutor attorney, did he mean he was just retiring out the military? He said, bring the kids, I'm free now, I can raise them. He said, y'all put it out there like he was saying, I'm free for something. He said, wasn't that meaning that he was free because his career was over and he got an honorable discharge from the military? Bring him the kids because he can raise the kids? Good mama. She said, I'm not sure. He said, okay. He said, good mama, Now, where you was working at again? When you left the kids? She said, I was working for KBEC Group. How long was you working there? He wanted to know, Mr. Brown. She said, for 1 year, between April 20 and May 21st. Did he tell you Codi was fumbling with the children, messing around with the kids? Or did he tell you he was trying to take their diapers? She alleged he said sexually. Come here. You say, ooh, and she what?
Ooh, and she left them with him. And now that baby's gone. She needs to be charged just as well.
So you thinking if a man tell you something wrong with their kids, the moment you came and got them?
She sure should have.
If a man call you right now and say, I'm going to harm your child, you don't come get him.
You damn well ought to have been there. I would have went and straight and got my kids, and I would have went to the police with those words out of his mouth.
Right.
She should have never left them babies with him.
Right.
She should be charged just as well.
That's it.
She's guilty too. It's
That's
her
it.
fault too.
That's it.
She probably knew he was mentally not well
Right.
from the military.
Right.
Thank him for his time, but
right.
At the end of the day, this baby is gone.
Right.
And still we don't know where he is.
Right.
He needs to tell the truth.
Tell the truth. And he needs to tell the truth too.
And let us put him down like he put that baby down.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that. Guys, court is about to start.
You have a good day.
Hey, I appreciate. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Guys, court is about to start. Let me see. Can I drink some soda or something before we go back in? We got to come back, guys, in a little bit with more information. He said, he asked the moms, how did baby Codi look on the photo? And the mother said, he looked scared and frightened. Guys, the court's about to resume, guys. Lunch break is now over. We're going to get back in. We'll be back, guys. That was just about the end. That was about this much left. But everybody's going back into the courthouse. And so we're going to get on back in there. We got our little homie out here, guys. She gone. He flipped that camera. She gone. She gone. Got our little homie right there. Tough shorty right there, guys. We out here for a reason. We got the prosecuting attorneys coming on back on in here, guys. About to handle this case. They doing their thing today, guys. They doing their thing. Just like that. I'm Rhoda Young Report Live. Well, you seen it here first before Wavy News 10, Channel 3, and also Channel 13. Court is now back in session.
Hey, Buckley.
Just like that. Stay tuned, guys. When you heard the notification, ding. When you heard the notification,
think so?
ding, know that I am live. And we're coming right back.
She should have protect those babies.
Back for now. Thank you. I'm Rhoda Young, number one news reporter in Hampton Road.
Because she should have protect those babies, and she didn't.
Absolutely. As soon as she got that email, she should have went to the police.
And she did not protect those babies. Today at 7:38, I will be covering the other case of. Go ahead, Kate. You can say it. You never say the case name, but you can say it today, boo boo. You up here with me.
Oh, I don't know who you're covering.
Oh, damn, I'm on TikTok.
Okay.
Hold on. Oh, maybe I could stay there while I'm on TikTok. Okay, hold on. I'll tell you. Girl in the Woods is the name of the title.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Was it the Madeline Soto?
Madeline Soto case. Okay. So 7:38, I gotta cook for the hubby. So I'm covering that later on. Hey, there she go. Hey, Queen.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, she trying so hard. Her voice. I know she
How
don't
you
feel
doing?
too good.
Yeah, it's okay.
What
Yeah,
do you?
I'm kind of curious because they want to blame the mother, but the mother didn't know where the kids were. He was holding them hostage. So how can you go to the police and say anything? They're going to say, "Well, what's the address?" I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So how can you go and you could tell them how did he threaten those kids? Did he threaten her through through the phone? If there was a text message, was
There
there an
was email.
email?
Yeah,
Like
email.
if he said I was gonna hurt the kids, then she could have took that email to them and they would have probably looked his name up. You
But
know what I'm
she
saying? But I think that she was afraid of him, and I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes you don't really know what's going on in somebody's world. You don't know what he might have done, why they split. You have no clue what was going on. I'm not giving her a pass, but looking at him being a military man, we don't know if he has
He
been
used to
through
beat her.
trauma. But that's what I'm saying. She knows the rage that he can,
Exactly.
display. And so with battered women, they normally protect their abusers. You get what I'm saying? And so maybe she was afraid to kick against the goat and knowing that if I do this, he'll find me and maybe he'll do something to me. He knew what to say to her and what not to say to her as a threat. It could have just been a gesture, or if they got on the phone, he could have said something to her audible that let her know, test me and I'll make you disappear. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
this
and I
man,
definitely feel you because I was in an abusive relationship for years, so I know.
right,
I
right.
definitely know, and the fear is definitely there. You
Well,
know
the
what I
last
mean?
time somebody hit me, I turned around and I don't know how I did it, but with all my strength, he slapped me, and next thing you know, I beat him up. I'm beating this big old 6 foot something man up. You're not gonna hit me.
You never
You're
know where
not
your
gonna put
strength
them.
come from.
I bust him all upside his head, because I used to sit there and think that, oh, you're supposed to let somebody hit you, and then somebody say, no, you don't let nobody hit you. Okay, I'm gonna treat you like the average person. So I beat his tail, and he never hit me again.
I know that's right.
But
I've
they
heard
do
what?
it because they know they know they can get away. I took a class. I don't mean to cut you off.
No,
I
you
took
good.
a class, and there was a guy. He used to beat his wife. He used to abuse her. And so while everybody was in the class talking, I was sitting there staring, giving him eye contact. And so they were like, oh my God, you did that to her. I didn't say nothing. So at the end, he looked and he said, see her right there? What did she do during the whole thing? And the teacher was like, she didn't say a word. She just kept looking at me. He said, I wouldn't mess with her because she was thinking all kinds of stuff she can do to me. Meanwhile, I would beat up on you guys because you guys would allow me and say, how dare you? How could you? He said, that's the mindset of an abuser. If you let them hit you once, then they'll keep doing it because it's like a test to see how far they could go. And he said, but with her, I wouldn't dare put my hands on her. He said, I would be terribly. He said, as a matter of fact, I don't even like the way she looking at me. And he laughed, but I didn't laugh because I was serious. I didn't like what he was telling me. And I was thinking of all kinds of ways I would have done something to him. And he was absolutely correct. But he said the mindset of an abusive man is if they slap you and you fall and they tell you, if you leave, I'm going to do this to you. Leave the first time they hit you. Don't sit there because it's going to get progressively worse.
It is. It does, and it does get progressively worse.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so true because it's when they and you know what? Wow, when you just said when they hit you, leave the first time. Don't just sit there because they're
Right.
gonna do it again and
Because
again.
they're learning you. They're learning and they're
Right.
molding you. Like he said, we're learning you and we're molding you. And he said, so when we tell you, I'm going to go hurt your family, You're so embarrassed that you don't want your family to know. But if you let your family know this dude is putting his hands on me, he's going to be more afraid because he don't know which way they coming. You get what I'm saying? So you're like, oh, I won't tell my mother. I don't want her to know. I'm gonna put makeup on. I'm gonna tell my friends, I did this. I did. No, tell somebody. He put his hands on me just in case I have to take this sucker out to get away from him. You know all my story. Don't ever be ashamed to share with your friend that a man is beating on you, because you need those eyewitnesses. You need to show them all the bruises. You need to show them what's going on with you. So if you have a moment of weakness, and no, I'm not saying plan it, but if you have a moment of weakness and you knock that sucker snot box off, then everybody could testify. Yes, have them take pictures of your body, have police reports, have all that stuff. Don't be ashamed. You have to strip butt naked so they can see the bruises that are hidden under your clothes. Get you a support team. Don't shut your friends out. Let them know. Every time you see them, document it, put it on a calendar, and let them know what's going on. Call the police, all that stuff. Keep a well-documented journal on the abuse, so when you get away or if you have to fight for your life, you're not up in court talking about, oh, I didn't tell nobody because I was afraid. They're going to say, this woman was smart. She let people know what she was going through. We got to stop.
Wow,
That's true. Stays in this house. That's the biggest bunch of bull crap I've ever heard in my life. But back to Codi. I believe that father was having relations with them kids.
Me too. And you know what? He said it was something, it might come out later, but he put a knife into her chest or something, or her throat. He cut
Now
her
you see
throat.
why she's scared. Now you see why she's afraid. Because what's to say he don't know where she is, and she don't know where he is. He can do a sneak attack on her. That lady mind is messed up, and for him to keep saying good mother, I would have been like, excuse me, no disrespect. But let me ask you a question. What you gonna do if you have somebody that put a knife up against your neck? You gonna still call me a good mother, or you gonna call me a survivor? Which one would you want to call me? Don't come at me like that. You don't know my story. You've heard millions of women go through different things, but everybody's story is different. How dare you keep insulting me, calling me good mother? I would have stopped him if my lawyer didn't stop him. Period.
I was
Now
thinking
you're
that. I was
badgering
like,
me.
nobody saying nothing to him.
You're badgering me now. Now you're badgering me. Now you're harassing me. Now you're attacking my self-esteem. Now you're making me feel like I'm worthless. And then I would have turned that crap on him. Y'all need to do something with him, because I'm not gonna sit up here and let, honey, it would have took heaven and earth to move to keep me from jumping across that daggone courtroom and just cutting that man's winky dink off and shoving it in his mouth. I'd have showed him I mean business. You don't put your hands on my kid. You threaten my kid, honey, I'm going to find a way. I will pay a hacker to find your ass.
And that's what they're saying. They're saying because he threatened Codi and she didn't do anything the first few times.
Well, maybe he threatens his kids all the time. Maybe he's abusive like that. Maybe he says, if you don't do this, I'm going to knock your head off. If you don't do this, I'm going to do it. And he never did it. Let's say that.
That's what somebody
Let's
else
say he's always
maybe he
threatening
didn't
her.
take it. Maybe somebody say, well, she probably didn't take it serious, because that's just something that, why would a 2-year-old fondue, sexually
Learn
abused?
behavior. Learn
Right.
behavior. Or maybe that little boy was fondled and had enough and fought back and said no. And he got pissed off, like, if he say no, he gonna tell. I gotta get him now.
And don't forget, Codi was autistic too. He couldn't talk.
Autistic?
Yeah,
Autistic?
Codi
Oh,
was
he
autistic.
probably didn't.
He
A
couldn't
lot of
talk.
people that don't like autistic children.
He used to pee on himself and do bathrooms on himself, and
that's where you reach out for help. They have so many programs that baby probably would have never hardly been home. And he could have just said, you know what? I'm not capable of taking care of this baby. It's hard because I don't understand. I don't want to be a bad dad, but I'm going to surrender him back to his mama or to the state.
that's what they was that's what they was at that's what they asked. That they was like, well, why didn't you just go get him? You know what I mean? Like, why didn't he give you back Codi if
the money, the amount of money they get for those kids
That's
are out of
right.
this world. They
I didn't
get
think of
so
that.
many different things. They get so many stipends that is unheard of. So he did not want to lose the money. And now when they said we need to have an evaluation of Codi, can you bring him in? Oh shit, I gotta come up with a story now on what happened. Codi left the house.
5 months before.
See, and I guess that's what makes me question where he was sexually touching his siblings, because he was autistic.
Right.
He had to physically have that embedded in his head and taught that constantly to know that if he really did that.
Yes, his dad did something and didn't. Because see, those autistic kids, they will tell you. Don't think that they can't communicate. They will tell you. If you touch them by accident in a certain manner, they will flip the heck out. I know 2 people right now have autistic kids, and those kids are not, even though they don't speak, honey, they have a way of communicating.
Wow, poor baby. And then to do what he did, right, and poop on him and all this, and it's just crazy. Like, that poor baby I don't think Codi had a chance. My thing is, everybody's defending Cory. Everybody's defending him, and nobody's defending Codi.
I'm not defending nobody but that baby.
No, not us. I'm talking about
I'm saying,
their family. The family.
I'm saying forget them. Our concentration is on the baby. The hell with the adults. They can defend themselves, but that baby was a helpless child. But you know what? Even though the baby's no longer, thank God he went back into the arms of the Lord. That's all I can say. Thank God he went back into the arms of the Lord. And that man he gonna pass away and have a terrible demise. It's gonna be terrible. Because the Bible says, suffer the children to come to me. If you do anything to children, you think you got it bad now, baby. When you close your eyes and lift your eyes in hell, the devil gonna give him a personal escort to hell.
That's what he need, because that is crazy. You see how we're talking about Codi and stuff. I haven't seen his family say anything about Codi when the search went on. None of the family was searching for him or anything. That's why I'm saying, like, they're defending the father. They wasn't even supporting Codi. The community was searching for Codi. None of his family was searching for him.
It'll come. You know what? We just have to sit back and watch and pay attention. But I really hope that journalist will talk about that. Why is nobody really defending the baby? Because that would be, why are we talking about this man? I would be kicking up so much dirt. Why are we talking about this man? Let's talk about the child. What's up with the child? Where the family at? You know, I mean, I don't get it. I mean, we're focusing on this man right now. You know, we shouldn't even have a trial for him. You know, just let him say what he did and put him in the population and let the people in the population deal with him. That's just how I feel about it. We should be focusing on searching. They have this years and years ago. 2019. Because I have family that worked in the government. They have some kind of injection they can give him. It's called a truth serum, and they have it. Yes, and they use it when you're a spy or something. And they can stick him with some of that truth serum, and no matter how hard he fights, and they need to use this in court, no matter how hard he fight, all they do is ask him one question: where's Codi? And before you know it, he'll say it, and he can't control anything. Yes, they do have it. They do have it.
Yeah, they need to use it.
Yeah, they don't use it though, because they can stick him and sit there and ask him all the questions, and no, he couldn't. His defenses will be totally off limits to him, and he will be able to tell every single thing that he has done. No matter how deep and dark it is, he will have no control of what truth comes out.
Oh shit! I gotta see. I
Yeah,
gotta
they
look
have
that
it.
up.
They use it. Yeah, they used it on like when it used to be real big when they was talking about the KGB and all that stuff. They used to use them serums on them to make them tell the truth. Why are you here in America? And that's how we will find out information. They still have it. They still have it.
Wow, I didn't even know that. Buckley
Yeah,
said,
they
"I
have.
agree." He agreed with you. Why they even giving him a trial?
Yeah, I wouldn't give him Jack Diddley. He would just be gone, period. Because you were the
Oh.
last one seen. You wrote a confession letter. You wouldn't even
Mm-hmm.
have to, I would just
Oh,
stick him with the stuff and say, write what you did and give it all to me and talk while you're writing. And I wouldn't
oh,
say nothing else.
and he failed the lie detector test.
That's what I'm saying. Why are they wasting
Well,
their time with these criminals? You're wasting tax dollars. You're wasting
basically.
tax dollars. You know, sure. Why? It doesn't make any sense. We're just paying for all kinds of stupidity. Money's just being wasted for what? Why are we even going to like feed him, clothe him, give him
Mm,
medical care, dental care, vision care?
there
We're
you
going to
go.
do all this stuff for him while he's in jail. Why not put his ass to work until he worked like they did in the slave trade? Work his ass to death. If you're sick, oh well, keep working. You need to know what it feels like. And yeah, we're talking about, oh, we have to have compassion for what? Did he have compassion for Codi?
Say
Did
that
he
again.
have compassion? Did something in him click and say, this is an innocent child that can't fight back? That's the part that pisses me off with these people. These babies cannot fight back. They don't have the will or the power to fight back. And you're overpowering them. How tall are you? And you're just giving them everything that you got. And then you sickly lay the baby down next to your other child. Talking about hurting your other kid. When a body passes, bacteria and all kinds of gases and everything starts forming. So you did
Right.
more harm to your child by laying that deceased body next to your child. Idiot.
Mm, mm, mm.
That's stupid. I actually watched because I was a nurse for many years too.
Oh, okay.
Besides working with the Department of Mental Health and all that stuff. So a patient passed away. That patient was thin, like skinny. And I'm sitting there looking, and this person's belly's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and swelling and getting bigger and bigger. And I'm like, what the heck? And that's when the coroner came in. And I was like, so why did this person swell up? He was like, oh, all the organs stopped functioning and all the gases that are natural in our bodies were encapsulated in one area. And that was the stomach. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And like if you have a bruise on your body and they find your body and you're deceased, whatever bruise you had, it's going to be right there when you pass on. It's not going to shift, move. The blood is not going to make it flow anywhere. It's going to stop right where. That's how they're able to find out what type of injury it was, because wherever the trauma took place and you pass away, it stays in that spot. The blood no longer flows through the body.
Oh shit. I wanted to ask you something. I'm glad you came up here because I'm doing the last year I did a true crime marathon, right?
Okay.
It was my friend Sharon Nation, but she's working and stuff, so I don't think she could do it. But I want to put it on again. I had activists on here. I had parents telling their stories. I would like to do that again. And I told, I'm gonna do a little bit different. It was a 24-hour, but we landed to 3 in the morning. But you knew did a good timing for it this time. But I wanted you to be a part of it.
Ooh,
We'll
I
all
got my
take
hands
different
in so many.
times.
I got my hands in so many things right now.
So
Oh my!
not this month. It won't be this month. We'll wait till like
I'm
April or
saying
something.
period. I'm telling you,
Okay.
I
You
just
got a
like
lot.
got my hands in so many things. I'm like, oh my God. So
Okay.
that would be hard because I'm about to do some other stuff, and a few people like you and you knew and a couple other people when I'm filming the movie, I'm going to be sending you clips so that you can put on your
You doing a movie?
video. Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Tell us a little.
I
Tell
can't
us
tell you. I can't tell you.
not everything,
Yes.
but like what kind of movie? Like What made?
Well, my baby sister survived a serial killer. Yeah, that's all I can tell you. He stabbed her up pretty bad, and he thought she was going to pass away, but she survived. So, yeah.
Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
Yep, that was the hardest part of life. But she made
Was
it.
that on the? Well, it had to be on the news and stuff.
Actually, no, it was not. It was not. I'm telling you, California do what California want to do.
Are you fucking serious?
California does what California does. And so, look, we have a new situation here. A group of Mexican kids, there was a black kid recently at a park minding his business, and a group of Mexican kids came up and started messing with him, and they were recording it. And I can say, because I'm black, they was calling him effing nigger while they were stabbing him and beating him up. He actually survived. Their family tried to say it wasn't a hate crime, but they were recording it while they were calling him niggers. Yeah, out here in California. Yeah. He's alive, praise the Lord, but they showed him in the hospital. He had multiple stab wounds. So now, it really like bothers me that and I'm not saying every person, but like out here in California, when a Mexican Hispanic family member's child does something to another race or person, whether it be black or anything, the mothers, the fathers, the family will come to court and start crying, talking about, oh, my baby. But did your baby think about what your baby did to the other person? My dogs are about to bark, so I'm going to go ahead and get down. They're about to go crazy. I'll come back and grace your channel again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, though. I appreciate it.
You hear that?
And congratulations on your movie, and I'm gonna keep us in prayers. Wow. There was another girl that survived a serial killer too. She is on Facebook. She had messaged me one time. Yeah, wow. We're gonna talk about that one day, but yeah. Wow. Sad. Oh, sad. Ooh, that gave me chills. What you think, Kathy? Katie? You're welcome together. Who is calling me?
Is it the doctor?
I hang up on dumb shit. Anyway, what do you think, Katie? Wow. That's some good information that y'all just told me though about you could stick something
Yeah,
in
it
somebody.
changes the whole perspective because we are just people from the outside looking in. We don't know the like what happens behind closed doors.
Yes, that exactly. We're just looking in. So, but what y'all was telling me about, they could stick somebody to tell you the truth about something. I had no idea about that. Whoa.
Yeah, I don't think they really use it anymore nowadays, even though it is an option, but they need to. I guess I just don't understand. Like, I understand why they've crammed it into a 5-day trial now because they don't have as much evidence wise because of no body DNA and things like that. But why did they make it even a trial? You know what I mean?
Yeah. They have no evidence, no DNA, they said, no fingerprints. And they tore his house upside down where they put the sewer people in the drain and this and that. What's her name was saying? Like they tore the place upside down and they couldn't find out one thing. Well, he from the army, so he know how to swipe. He know how to get rid of shit.
Oh, absolutely. Everything was cleared up. I mean, he knew exactly what he was doing.
So you use an effort to obtain information from the subject who is unable and unwilling to provide it otherwise. Thank you, babe. Wow. Wow. That's some good info. Y'all not watching right now. Sister got some good information. Vince is the name. Let me see. Let me look this up. That shocked me. Y'all really got me on this one. I ain't gonna front. Y'all got me today.
I haven't seen her go back live again, but I would think she would be soon. Unless they're wanting to get their witnesses done. But I can't really check at the moment either. I'm driving.
No, I'll check. Let's see if she's live again. Hold on. Where you at? No, Rhonda. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't think so. It'd be too soon. No.
I mean, it all depends on how long they make their day. If they do court till 4 or 5 o'clock, usually they take a break between like around 2, but it may be closer. I don't know. They've been in there for almost 2 hours.
Yeah. Let's see here. She got a lot of followers. Holy shit. Nah, she's not live yet. No. I think it's gonna be a minute. Oh, well, let's see the news real quick, though. Let's see what they got over there. The YouTube for the news. If not, then I'll just, we'll come back a little later. I gotta do a few things. Okay? Katie was in charge real quick. I done been ghosty with the roasty. Buckley, where you at? My little advocate. I gotta make a few phone calls to some parents too. YouTube. Let's see what they got. Let me see what the news got. Yeah. Oh, side abuse found on suspect's phone in Madeline. Oh, wow. That was 3 hours ago. Madeline Sotos. Cody was 4. Yeah, the news didn't even say anything. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. Yes, she did. Oh, that's his mother? Let me get that up for y'all. I found something.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Botox, bro.
All right, thank you, Evan. Well, we are following breaking news. On the third day of trial for Cory Bigsby in Hampton, testimony is now underway.
And jurors are hearing from the mother of Codi. Angelique Arentalk is live outside the courthouse after hearing some of the mother's testimony. Angelique.
When I stepped out of the courtroom just moments ago, the mother of Codi Bigsby, Dina Abdul Karim, took the stand. Prosecuting attorneys called her as their first witness. She took the stand and appeared to be struck by emotion by having to identify the defendant in this case and her ex, Cory Bigsby, as well as Codi, through a photograph. Karim says she and Bigsby had a 4-year-long relationship. They share 4 children, including Codi, who Bigsby reported missing in January 2022. Now, Bigsby faces charges of murder and concealing Codi's body. In court this morning, Karim spoke about custodial disputes with Bigsby. Those ultimately led to what she calls an agreement of co-parenting. Karim, who moved to D.C., testified she handed off their 4 children to Bigsby at a halfway point from Hampton in November 2020. From then on, Karim testified Bigsby, quote, for the most part, ghosted her. She said she didn't have access to her children despite her attempts to reach Bigsby by email, call, and text. And during opening statements this morning, prosecutors told jurors evidence will paint Bigsby from being a protector to a predator, alleging, quote, systemic abuse in this case. Attorneys on the defense side, meanwhile, say there is no evidence to prove a murder took place here, which is the charge Bigsby faces. My colleague Dan Kennedy is inside the courtroom right now following all the developments there while I am outside relaying this information to you. What we're also curious about today is whether today is the day Codi's older brother, 7-year-old brother, will testify in this case. We'll keep you guys posted. Live in Hampton, Angelique Arentalk, 13 News Now.
Angelique, thank you for stepping outside of court to bring that to us. Now, this morning, court officials seated a jury of 12 members plus 2 alternates. The trial is expected to last all week and maybe into next week. Of course, we will have team coverage for you as this trial continues.
Yeah, she was doing her thing. Hold on, let's see if I can find something else.
All right, thank you, Evan.
That was way down here when I found that. I was like, wait a minute. That looks like today's. Oh, wait a minute. What this say? Prosecutors hint on Codi by his mother and siblings to testify. Yeah, we know that. So this is Codi's mother. Y'all see the picture? I know Katie's driving, but this is Codi's mother.
I see it.
Yeah. She looked just like him, too. Well, he looked just like his mother. I was going to say, because he don't look like his father. But yes, he do a little bit. Yes, he does. He looked like both of them.
So has there ever been an explanation as to why Cory wanted to split his children up? He practically wanted 2 of them and her to have 2 of them, but she let him have all 4. Why did he only want 2?
I don't know, but he was saying that. Remember, he was saying Codi act like a mama's boy. So he already didn't like Codi.
Yeah, that's what I said. This has all been planned ever since he got free.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's this? Judge removed doctors from Cory Bigsby's witness list. This was 3 weeks ago? What?
Father accused of killing 6-year-old Codi Bigsby and concealing his body appeared in Hampton court this morning. The hearing was to determine if 2 specific witnesses would be allowed to testify ahead of his trial next month. Sarah Hammond tells us what happened in the courtroom today.
A judge decided 2 witnesses listed to speak on behalf of Bigsby's mental health will not be allowed to testify. Bigsby's legal team wanted to have the 2 doctors who determined if he was fit to stand trial on the witness list. They claim they wanted jurors to hear how Bigsby's mental health was while in jail. The Commonwealth argued the doctors were only hired to determine if Bigsby could stand trial, nothing more. The judge ultimately sided with the Commonwealth and took the 2 doctors off the witness list. The Hampton father reported his son missing in January of 2022. This past June, prosecutors filed charges against Bigsby for his son's murder.
Father accused of killing 6-year-old Codi Bigsby
Okay.
and concealing his body.
Well, that's something I didn't know. Okay. He thought he was slick on that one. Barnes and Nobles for Cory Bigsby? What? They got a Barnes and Nobles store for Cory?
Today in Hampton, Cory Bigsby's defense team is expected to withdraw a request for bond. All 4 of his lawyers say they'll be in court today to ask the judge for a speedy trial date and to schedule a hearing as soon as possible. Bigsby is facing 30 charges of child abuse and neglect unrelated to his son Codi's disappearance. In June, a grand jury said it had enough evidence to send Cory Bigsby's case to trial. Also happening today, a hearing in Virginia Beach over how Barnes & Noble sells certain books. Delegate Tim Anderson filed the suit. He says that 2 books are too sexual and obscene for minors and shouldn't be sold without parents' permission.
Oh.
Just like an R-rated movie. And so a minor can't walk into an R-rated movie in a movie theater without their parents' consent. Kids shouldn't have access to extremely sexual material without their parents' consent.
Anderson is also putting pressure on Virginia Beach City Public Schools to pull the books from their libraries. Administrators have already removed one of them.
This was in the past too. I remember that. Yes. They do need to stop letting them kids in them schools read them nasty books that is for adults. That shit don't make no sense. I remember someone was talking about that a while back. Here forever supporting the child neglect case. Let me ask my hubby if he's hungry. I don't know, but let's see. All right, y'all. Let me see what murder. Oh, Codi's alert bill passes hours and Senate 5 days ago. The Codi alert bill?
No matter what type of severe asthma you have, Tespire can help you have fewer asthma attacks and breathe better. Tespire is an
Bills to create a new emergency alert system in Virginia are now headed to Governor Glenn Youngkin's desk. Lawmakers in the House and the Senate passed legislation to create the so-called Codi alert for missing children, who would be issued for those under the age of 18 whose whereabouts are unknown or whose disappearance is under suspicious circumstances. The alert is named in honor of Codi Bigsby, who vanished in Hampton more than 2 years ago. While the little boy has never been found, his father is set to go on trial next week for his murder. Prosecutors believe Cory Bigsby killed him months before reporting him missing. Jury selection in his trial begins Monday.
The bill passed, y'all. It passed 5 days ago. Oh, wow.
That's good.
Oh. That's amazing. Look at his face. Wow. Oh. Wow. That's amazing. Okay, I got to end with that good news right there for now, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. The Codi, what was it? The Codi alert bill has passed. Yeah. Thank you, Lord. So I know that Nancy and them had a big part of that. I know. I'm surprised she didn't tell me that. She probably forgot with everything going on. Oh my God. Okay, guys, we will be back later. Let me do the wifey duties and get the husband some food because he just came from work. And I know y'all got stuff to do. And keep your thumbnails on because we have another case to get into, which is just like a similar case that we just did. I don't know what's going on with these parents. If y'all gonna get into a relationship, y'all gonna have to do a back check on these dudes that y'all effing with. For real, for real. Because they are unaliving y'all babies.
Absolutely. In today's world, that's it's scary.
It is. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Yes, they are unaliving these babies that these girls are getting. These dudes would do a background check. Stop letting the cootie cat talk for you. For real. Stop letting the cootie cat talk. It's crazy. Now we got another little girl whose stepfather unalived her, sexually abused her, said he was going to take her to school. She ain't never wound up to school. We just did another case like this last week.
The way these cases have been since the beginning of this year is insane.
It's crazy. It really is. I'm grateful for you ladies today. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. Stay prayed up. Much love. And I will see y'all tonight. Let me go feed my man. Okay. See y'all tonight. Keep your notification doors on. Peace.